Allahumma barik. I like that, man. You guys see that behind them? If you don't know what that is, you need to understand what that is. This is a big deal.
It's been a short period of time in which we started our school community to winning the school games, but no one sees that amount of work that happened in the background that led up to that. I don't have a big social media presence. Everyone else that I went to see in LA, couple 100,000 on Insta. I'm chilling there with 10K followers on TikTok. They're asking me, how did you do it? Members of Alex Hormozi's team were like to me, bro, how did you convert from TikTok? And what I did is provide value without gatekeeping and also focused on people being successful. I could pull out my phone at any time. Within the same week, you'll see people landing jobs. My biggest thing is we had a 1% churn.
Wow.
Even when I was speaking to Alex Hormozi about it, he said, what? How? He leaned in. He was shocked. My average student has increased their lifetime earning by over 1.5 million.
Bro, what I learned from you today, every single episode I do, walillah alhamd, some of them are true masterclasses, and I believe this is one of them. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Abu Abdillah here. Before we get into the podcast, I'd like to welcome you to the Medina Project, a podcast dedicated to empowering Muslims with financial independence, locational freedom, and a legacy of righteousness bi-idhnillah azza wa jal. We're here to help and inspire Muslims like you to break into tech, real estate, and entrepreneurship, to build businesses that serve the ummah. On this podcast, we highlight Muslim entrepreneurs and their businesses, share with you game-changing insights, and give you the tools to transform your life so you can better serve Allah and your community. If you're ready to take that step with us, all I ask of you is to subscribe to the Medina Project, share to spread the khair, and join us on this journey where we're building stronger Muslim communities, one project at a time. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalam ala rasulillah. I've been trying to have this podcast, by the way, but I don't think we had reached out. This is the first time they reached out, right?
First time.
Alhamdulillah. Right timing. Allahumma barik. I like that, man. You guys see that behind them?
What's behind me?
Allahu Akbar. You know, look, I'm going to say something right now. This is part of the podcast why I do this. So my goal for the podcast is to highlight, and we were talking about this earlier, Muslim entrepreneurs, change makers, and, you know, what they're working on, whether that's a business, that's a project, whatever it is they're doing. And part of the ultimate goal behind that is to be inspiration for the Muslims. I don't know if anything can speak. I don't think I had anything on the podcast I can speak louder than that. I mean, feel free to pick it up. I don't know if it's going to mess up the shot, but if you don't know what that is, you need to understand what that is, right? And to me, any win like that, Allahumma barik, that's a win, you know, for all of us. That's, you know, let that be motivation, let that be inspiration. So, mabruk, may Allah Azza wa Jal, you know, bless you, bless that for you.
Barakallah feek.
You know, this is big. This is a big deal. You know what I mean?
I love that, man.
Huh?
The first thing you said, of course, you congratulated me, but then you followed up saying, this is a win for us. Which I love that mentality of, you know, because I'm a big believer of when you win, we win, I win. You know, each person's wins, especially for us as a community, as, you know, for us as an ummah, it's a collective win, bro. We don't have that representation a lot of the time, so goes a long way.
Bro, I didn't know you were there. I just found out like yesterday, and I'm like, well, like it made me extremely, extremely, extremely happy. You know, barakallah feek. Actually, I'll tell you, subhanallah, 2 nights ago, I'm having a conversation with a brother about Skool or Circle, right? Okay. And I'm using Circle now. I'm using Skool, kind of, but we were gonna go back to Circle. Yeah. After I heard about this, I'm like, forget that. We're staying with Skool. And then today, I don't know if it's this morning, I saw the news, you know, the news that they do about the new features. I don't know if you saw with the
live Skool.
The live.
Yeah. Different subscription tiers. They've added quite a few.
I see where Skool is. Let me know where can we invest? Because I'm ready to put my money in Skool, you know? To be honest.
Man, I know them quite
especially
well.
if you're going to allow the Muslims, I mean, not you earned it.
Yeah.
But if it's, you know, like, it's fair and just, and anyone who gets up there can get up there. Right? You know what I mean?
100%.
To me, that's a beautiful thing. And these guys are doing amazing stuff, man. So congratulations. May Allah Azza wa Jal bless what you're doing. Bless you and, you know, bring a lot more. I want to see like 10 of these, but I hope they just get bigger and bigger.
Inshallah. Next time, hopefully we can add more to the collection.
Bi-idhnillah. So look, man, I mean, I want to talk to you about, so people have obviously seen, alhamdulillah, the interviews that you've done. I do want to ask about your background, but I think to do you justice and do this justice, let's focus more on what got you here, right? Like, instead of talking about your backstory, because they've heard it, we're going to talk about it. You can feel free to interject whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I would love to talk about, the Skool games. Tell us about the experience in LA. Tell us first and foremost, what's the journey been like to get to the point to get that trophy?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The journey's been absolutely insane. I feel like it's been a short period of time in which we started our school community to winning the school games, but no one sees that amount of work that happened in the background that led up to that, right? So I founded The Engineers, which was one of the largest non-profit Muslim in tech communities in the UK. Was running that for 3 years. So people don't see the amount of graft that happened in order to create the formula and what we have today. Right? It's a compound of years of experience helping people break into the industry, me developing throughout that process as well. Because when I started The Engineers, I was more of a junior mid-level, just trying to help out the brothers around me do the exact same route I did to break in.
Right.
It was just a non-profit organization. We were just helping, giving back, supporting others. Started blowing up. This was when all the cloud certifications were big back in the days, 2020, 2021. You do your cloud certification, you break into DevOps, you get a big starting salary, boot camps, things like that. That was all really big back then. So we were supporting people, we created actually a roadmap. There wasn't a DevOps roadmap out there that thoroughly broke things down and made it concise. If you go on roadmap.sh, which is the common website that will show you every roadmap for DevOps, data science, this extremely long-winded. They'll give you a list of different programming languages, a list of different stuff. So we were able to create this formula, concise, with the exact resources that we use to break in and then formulate that. And then, alhamdulillah, we started teaching, and that's when we started off Code. And bro, the work was ridiculous because I don't have a big social media presence, right? Everyone else that I went to see in LA, couple 100,000 on Insta, couple 100,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm chilling there with 10K followers on TikTok. I'm in a room thinking, they're asking me, how did you do it? Right? They're extremely baffled. I remember members of Alex Hormozi's team were like to me, bro, how do you convert from TikTok? What is this? Like, how is this even possible? We typically thought TikTok isn't a good platform to convert people into these sort of things. And what I did, if you just watch my videos, is provide value constantly, daily, without gatekeeping.
Wow.
I don't need a paywall in order to tell you the things that you should be doing in order to break in order to direct you to some resources for where you could learn, in order to tell you what you need to do to effectively upskill. When people have a paywall in front of everything, right, before providing value, often it's because they don't have that much value to provide. So when I give all of this value for free, I go on lives and do mock interviews with people.
Wow.
I was literally on a TikTok live the other day. A brother was struggling to land a job in Dubai, hopped on a call. This is how you optimize your application process. This is what we do. Mock interview, asked him some technical questions. Because a lot of people, the market is tough and they have these limiting beliefs. They'll be like straight away to me, oh brother, it's impossible. I've been trying for 9 months, a year. I can't land a job. It's impossible. I'll hop on a call with them. They don't know the basics.
Wow.
They don't know the fundamentals. So I've constantly given back loads of value and also focused on people being successful. My biggest focus is the outcome. People getting jobs and people being successful. I could pull out my phone at any time. Pull out my school community at any time. Go to the success stories. Within the same week, you'll see people landing jobs. Not testimonials from last year before. Within the same week, you'll see how many events we have going on, teaching. And I think that transparency doesn't exist in a lot of programs that are being sold, a lot of mentorship. That if you go on my Skool About Me page, I have a 9-minute video walking you through every part of my community. All the things that you have to learn, all the modules we've filmed, how to optimize your CV, what projects you need to do, how to optimize your LinkedIn. I walk them through the entire process. When people purchase, they know what they're getting themselves into.
Wow. This is before they get in.
Before they get in.
Wow.
If you go to my About Me page on Skool, before you get in, there's 9 minutes of telling you. And even if you decide not to start my program, you got a formula you can take yourself. Go try.
Never seen this on No Community before.
And we had the lowest churn. That was the craziest thing. Forget this.
Yeah.
Forget the revenue. Because, alhamdulillah, that's great. The figures, everything. My biggest thing is we had a 1% churn.
Wow.
That was unheard of. Even when I was speaking to Alex Hormozi about it, he said, what? How? He leaned in. He was shocked.
Yeah.
He's like, how do you have a 1% churn? And I was telling him the things I have in place. I have SLAs, right? Service level agreements. If people are posting technical content, they need help. Within 3 hours, my team has to respond. Within 4 hours. Okay, if there's a question that has some complexities and nuances, send a Loom video to answer it and give the clarity people need. Hop on a call if people need to hop on a call for certain things. Because we focus so much on giving people the support they need, mock interviews, all of these things, and the outcome, it grew by itself. Everyone, the amount of referrals, word of mouth. Yeah. Word of mouth is amazing. Best marketing. I don't need to force people. I don't need to oversell. People are going to be like, every time they join, onboarding session, Abdillah told me about your program, he landed a job. Yaqub told me about your program, he landed a job. Adam told me about your program, he landed a job. And then there's no excuses. Because your friend did it.
Now it's either you put in the work.
Now it's either you put in the work. Because a lot of people say that, but it's not reality. Sometimes their program misses out on the things that people need in order to get to that end goal. With my program, you could see you joined at this time, and literally 2 days ago, someone hopped on my TikTok live. He landed a job at Amazon. Allah Mubarak. Yeah, brother landed a job at Amazon. He hopped on the live. He joined 2.5 months ago.
Wow.
So people that joined the same time as him, they can't have an excuse. They've seen his journey. They were in the same onboarding call together. So,
Allah Mubarak.
Of course, everyone has their own timing. Everything's written. Your risk is written. Of course, there's things like that. But you need to have that husn al-dhan, follow through, do your due diligence, and then the results speak for itself. It's been crazy, man. Every week, 3-4 job offers.
Mubarak. May Allah increase it and increase it.
Ameen.
Even imagine.
That's what it's about.
Akhi, that's impressive, Akhi. Wallah, barakallah fiqh. I sent a brother a clip. Same brother was talking about Skool or circle, and he told me stay on Skool. I sent him a clip, I think this morning, from one of the guys, and this is exactly what you're saying now. Is the exact same thing I saw. He's doing about 160K a month, and he said, I give everything out for free.
Yeah.
He's not gatekeeping anything.
Yeah.
People go through his entire thing, get everything for free. At the end, if at some point, there's extra value that they offer, exclusive. If you want it, take it. If you don't want it, you still got all the stuff for free.
It's so straightforward, especially and I feel like, unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the tech space that don't actually have the expertise or accolades. I became the youngest lead DevOps engineer in the UK, one of the youngest, right? And then, landed roles in MLOps, niches, machine learning operations, and, became an expert in my field, right? So I'm able to answer any technical questions pretty much, right? So it's not just, I understand how things work.
Right.
So I'm not operating from a point of I have technical instructors. I don't know if you're getting a good experience or not.
Right.
Because you have this technical instructor teaching you something I have no idea about. Right. I'm actually in the field. I'm actually hands-on. I know what this entails. So, and when it comes to technical value, it's a sea of information. The tech space is a sea of information. How can you have a scarcity with your value? How?
Yeah.
How can you have scarcity with your value? In tech, that means you don't know what you're talking about.
True.
Right? You could talk all day about different things, and eventually at the end, people are going to hit barriers and join, right? Even if you give everything for free, people are going to hit a barrier. They're going to be like, Murrad, I don't know how it works in a commercial grade production environment. I don't know how to deal with failover. I don't know how this will deal with... I learned and I did this free course online, but it didn't give me that hands-on exposure or the things I need to consider about security, about failover, about, high availability, all of these important concepts, modularity, separation of concerns, principle of least privilege for your access. All of these things, when you're operating in a production grade level, is hard to replicate from a YouTube tutorial. Impossible.
Impossible.
Right? Everyone has this barrier where, and sometimes people I could do it for free. They have this bad mentality where they don't want to invest in themselves. They're like, I could do it for free. I could do it for free.
You can go do it for free. It's available online. It's called YouTube. It's called Free Code Camp. It's called Udemy. Go get a course for $10. You can do it.
Yeah. And then they'll come back because they'll hit a barrier.
Yep.
And then they're like, I've wasted all this time, because you need some sort of mentorship or guidance, especially in this market.
Structured learning.
Very structured.
Yeah.
It needs to be a way that's digestible, that you could be hands-on with things and understand. Mock interviews. Mock interviews is one of the most valuable things. If you've got an interview coming up, some people might have the technical knowledge, but they can't break it down to non-technical stakeholders.
Right.
You've let yourself down in the interview. right? Some people don't know how to effectively prepare for these mock interviews. Some people grow up in the ends, they don't know how to articulate themselves, right? These are some of the things I'm dealing with. They don't know to show enthusiasm in the interview. All of these small things, I'll do a mock interview with someone and I'll ask him a question. It might be about cloud security. Like, when it comes to cloud security, we'll go again. We go again, bro. And there's a good brother of mine that actually landed a very good DevSecOps role. Demi, bro, he smashed it. And he was telling me, bro, that culture fit interview changed everything for me. Because he sounded extremely monotone, sounded like he wasn't really interested. He sounded like he was potentially reading things. I was like, bro, enthusiasm, have a story, star format, situation, task, action, result. All of these little things go a long way when articulating yourself. So I've been doing this for years, alhamdulillah.
Mubarak.
And the team is really just all about seeing people win, man.
Allah Mubarak. I mean, the beautiful thing about this is, not being in the tech space.
Yeah. I'm
not doing it right, to be honest. Like, to see someone focus so much on the results.
Yeah,
because that's what matters.
That's your KPI.
At the end of the day, that's the KPI.
That's your KPI, bro. That's your selling point.
Yes.
That's your KPI.
Yes.
Right? If you're not analyzing that, and it depends what you're offering, right? Because everyone's KPIs can be a bit different. For me, it's not just jobs, because we have mid-levels, seniors looking to upskill. Right?
So they come through your program.
They come through my program and upskill as well. So it's like an upskill academy. So we've had people like Amin, Naseem, these guys have increased their salaries by £30,000 in 6 weeks, right? So we've got this environment where people can also upskill. For us, that's a win. Yeah. That's a big win as well.
Sure.
For some other people, they do. We provide them with the knowledge they need and upskill in order for them to apply for internal roles. They might be working on a support role. They've now done my program. A DevOps role opens up in their company, and they get prioritized over other people.
Of course,
they've got the right projects. They've got the right knowledge. They made the right connections. Reach out to that hiring manager internally. Show him your GitHub repo. Get it cracking. There's so many avenues to success. And that's our KPIs are focused on, man. And that churn. We watch the churn.
1%.
We don't watch the revenue, we watch the churn.
Yeah.
People are always like, bro, your revenue is crazy. The amount of money you're making is crazy. Forget that. My churn is crazy. Right? The fact that 1-2% people leave monthly, that's my biggest focus. And I want to keep it there, inshallah.
I can see why Alex will lead over. How is that even possible? I mean, people churn for reasons unrelated to the quality of your products.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so for them to be for 1 to 2%, that's...
Yeah. It's not even, some things aren't even to do with your product, right? But then you could dive into the data around it. Whether you're conducting exit interviews to figure out why people have churned, whether you're checking, a messaging issue, right? Maybe it's misleading to what people thought they were going to get initially, which is why I put that 9-minute video there. Because it's like, what you're getting yourself into.
You know exactly what you're getting.
Yeah, don't join and say, I thought I was getting something else. One of the things I say before you join, watch that 9-minute video.
Right.
You know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So all of these elements can often lead to people joining and then leaving. It might not necessarily be your product. You might not even realize there's a messaging issue, right? You might even not, some people have good intentions, but they don't realize they're being misleading, right? So you could review things, check what people interpret things as, and just refine, inshallah. And just closely monitor that data, right? Why have people churned? You can't please everyone, of course. That's a fact. You can't please everyone.
Well, you're also attracting the right people because you are putting the right information from the jump to say, hey, check this out. Is this for you? Come in. If it's not for you, we understand you don't have to come in.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
Allahumma barak. Because it's not all about just the numbers, because that can... that can be, how can I say, that can actually mess things up for you, for your program. You imagine like so many people were coming in and then 90% churning.
Yes.
That's a bad look.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're attracting the wrong people.
Exactly.
Assalamu alaikum, guys. If you're looking to get into tech, real estate, entrepreneurship, or simply make hijrah, let's connect. Click the link below to speak with me, and I'll help you scale exponentially and fast track that process for you. And now let's get back to the podcast.
Even when it comes to ads, for example, some people tell me, bro, if you run ads, you're going to get this huge influx of people. It's going to be crazy. I'm like, I know. That's the problem. No, but you could double your revenue next month. I'm like, I know. Don't want to.
Yeah.
I want that 1 to 2% churn. I don't want to disrupt the experience of the community.
Yes.
Right? If I run ads, there's no qualifiers, really. I don't really know who exactly is, unless I have a thorough funnel, and people go through the entire funnel from the ad. But I like this, able to qualify people and be transparent. I have people that are joining all over the world, Kenya, Sweden, US, everywhere, trying to upskill, learn about DevOps, whether they're in the field, not in the field. And I'm super transparent. I'm like, bro, I'll be honest, I don't know the market in Kenya.
Right.
I don't know I know that these are transferable skills used across the world and it's going to make you highly desirable and employable. However, I don't know the specific barriers you'll face in Kenya.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if you're going to face visa sponsorship issues. I don't know if companies are going to be willing to sponsor you. I don't know about all of these little barriers. And I make it transparent.
Right.
Right? When people ask me, how do you relocate to the Gulf? I'm like, I don't know everything. I know the UAE. I've landed over 4 offers here. I know Qatar. I've landed an offer there. I don't know Saudi. Even though it's probably super transferable.
Yeah.
But just being honest, people are at ease. Like, I personally haven't done that. Right?
Right.
So this is what I recommend. I think this is incredibly valuable. But a good thing to do would be to outreach to someone on LinkedIn that's already there. Communicate.
And you can still get the skills if you're up for it. These are skills that, like you said, transferable, makes you valuable.
Yeah.
But just understand that there's no guarantee here for where you are or for where you're trying to go. Exactly. You may have to be the first one to try it out so we can, use that.
I was.
Exactly.
I was. That's what probably you did, right? You 100%. Pioneered things.
100%.
Like, I think just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you shouldn't go for it.
That's right.
Some people say, it's impossible to land a job abroad if you don't have a degree in the Gulf. Yeah. I'm like, no, I know people that work here without degrees, right?
Limiting beliefs. And I think this is like, going, I'm sure like even through your program, and this is something I've noticed through software engineering, Muslims, non-Muslims, and just almost anything else, right? Even entrepreneurship and just anything else in life. Most people fail right before they start because of the limiting beliefs. I can't do it. It's not possible. Like, who said that? And if you're Muslim, you say you believe in Allah. Inna Allah ala kulli shayin qadir. You hear that all the time. You say that all the time. I was able to do all things. I know. I mean, if you go into stories, I know brothers without college degrees, without what you would consider high level education. Yeah. Did what you did what I did. Did some of these things from security guard. I'm
telling you, one of my students, he went from doing a night shift to getting a job offer in his email. And he's shaking. Couldn't believe it.
Allahu Akbar.
Couldn't believe it. He's like, bro, he's gone from security to, alhamdulillah, landed an amazing offer, very high paying role. People's lives change like that, right?
That's possible.
And it's really possible. But the difficulty is, and I think you probably experience this a lot, is you could probably tell early on.
Yeah, for sure.
You're at that point where you've done this for a while. Of course, there's the edge cases where some people turn it around and they change their mentality, but you could tell it's a mentality problem. As soon as you're doing that consultation call, it's like, yeah, bro, I've been trying e-com and then I tried Forex and then I tried this and then this week I'm thinking about tech. I'm like, bro, you've jumped from 4 different things. Airbnb, this is like, bro, it's been like 2 months, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, it's been only a few months and it's not a method. People think there's this one cheat code to being successful in this one method, right? It's not.
There's no such thing.
You are the method.
Yes.
Your
the cheat code is you keeping at it.
That's it.
You pick that one thing that other people, hundreds, thousands, millions have done.
Yes.
They succeeded. Bitawfiqillah. What's the difference between them and you is that they kept at it. They kept at it.
That's it.
And they're going to get to, you know what I mean? Like, and the things that we're talking about, 2.5 months?
Yeah.
Unheard of. I mean, I'm talking about like, that shows you what's possible.
Yeah.
If you don't have 2.5 months, if you don't have 3 months, if you don't have 6 months.
Even a year.
4 years.
They do 3-year degrees.
You go to college.
They do 3-year college degrees,
In the US, 4 years, 5 years. And then, they come out with what? A degree that's worth nothing.
Yeah.
People are doing it. If you cannot dedicate 12 months.
Yeah.
To learn a skill that is transferable, that is highly in demand, that's going to make you way more money than you're making now, make you respectable.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
The moment you pull up, you're an engineer. Man, actually, you're not doing it for show, but you're respectable because you're doing something that's meaningful. But you're not willing to invest 3, 6, 12 months to do that. You don't need this program, man. You don't need this program or that program. The one you need is a mindset shift program. No, for real.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. I remember when I went into software engineering, and now after some time I understood. At the time I didn't understand. The first thing they taught us, was literally mindset, like, limiting beliefs, getting rid of that. Because as long as you don't believe you can, they said the one who believes they can and the one who believes they can't, they're both right.
Yeah, they're both right.
It's up to you.
100%.
You know what I mean?
They're both 100% right.
All we can do is remind you and tell you and show you other people that are not even at your level who've been able to do it, who may not have the privileges that you have, may not have the level of education that you have, and they've been able to get it done. Bifadlillah. What's stopping you? Can be a Muslim. I mean, if you're a Muslim and you have that kind of limiting belief, I don't know. Who says it's not going to be easy for everybody? We have 2.5 months. Someone may take 12 months.
Someone did take 12 months.
No problem.
Yeah.
But he kept at it, right?
He actually had a period where he went away for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Tried other things, tried copywriting. He gave his full story.
There you are.
He landed a job recently and he suffered what you're talking about. And how he got the job at the end was a mentor shift. Best. That's it.
That's all he needed.
That's all he needed. He stuck at it for a few months. The first few months, things started getting tough. Maybe DevOps is not for me. Maybe this isn't for me. You know what? There's this other copywriting course I'm going to do. Let me pursue that. Does that. Not getting anywhere now.
Yeah.
And he realizes, okay, I'm the common denominator. This copywriting course is giving way less value than that program had.
Yeah.
The DevOps program was giving me all the sort of technical resources, technical support if I'm stuck, everything that I kind of need. I just didn't make the most of it. So when people sometimes they don't know the value of a program, right? That they're in.
Right.
So he did that for a few months. Came back, he just realized, you know what, this isn't for me. And he had loads of other pressures that he spoke about, family, things like that, that I think really helped with his mental shift. He said, Khalas, I have to lock in. He came back,
locked in,
interviewed at Amazon.
Oof.
He locked in for the Amazon interview. Systems engineer, Linux, did it. He got first stage pass, second stage, didn't make it. And he prepared hard.
Amazon.
Bro, he prepared hard. Like his technical stuff was quality. But Amazon have those LPs. Right? Leadership principles. So you have to pass those soft skills, leadership principles, give examples according to the data and the way, these FANG interviews, you have to prepare for it specifically, not like other interviews, 100%, right? Yeah. So that didn't work out and he was bummed. He was like, bro, hit that roadblock again. Next day, he has a conversation with a recruiter, right? And he started applying aggressively. As soon as he got that rejection, he was at work. He was working as a receptionist in the NHS. As soon as he got that, he told me he went to his office, private room. He just kind of left his desk, started applying everywhere aggressively. It was motivation. He was disappointed. So I need to find something. A recruiter calls him. He's like, hey, bro. He's like, yeah, my name's Yusuf. Today he's talking to the recruiter. He's like, I've done this, that project. Sends him his GitHub. The recruiter's like, how long have you been doing this for? He's like, just under a year. He's like, you've learned all of this under a year.
Wow.
Cloud, infrastructure as code, Linux, all of these areas. He's like, yeah. And then he's like, okay, cool. The recruiter's like, I have something to say for you. And he's like, what is it? He's like, I have one question to ask you. Are you ready to accept this job?
Oof. Without
no interview. Wow, just because he saw the project and the way he articulated himself. And he went through. And you never know where your risk is written. You never know where your destination's written. I couldn't believe it. I said, when's the interview, bro? Let's prep you. He's like, no interview. I was like, wow. So he interviewed at Amazon. He interviewed at another company previously, but he's getting better. He's sticking at it. And now he's ready to do any technical interview.
Yeah.
Ready to smash it. But he goes,
there is comes without it.
Bro, the recruiter just said, join. And I was like, bro, well deserved. And right now he's killing it in his job. Allahu Mubarak is like a startup environment, so he's taking a lot of ownership, developing. So shout out to Yusuf.
There's the proof right there. First, Allah Azza wa Jalla is able to do all things. Your risk is written.
Yes.
But it's upon you to take the asbab, take the means. Imagine he just like, okay, you know what? I'm going to quit again or leave it off or not after the Amazon one, not keep applying.
Yeah.
What will happen? The last role I got, 2 roles. I was in Egypt. I'm applying for jobs in the US. I get on a call, no technical. Guy I speak to, just it's more like, cultural, just, check what I'm doing. Looks at my job. He just likes me. You know what I mean? I'm from New York City. He's from Boston. He just likes me. Yeah. We start talking basketball. Then he pushed me up. He's a manager, pushes me up. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm in Cairo, bro. So I'm like, I'm applying from Cairo.
Yeah. Your
And-
internet's just about holding it down.
you know, but I remember when I went back to Egypt from the US, I told my family, I'm just going to keep building projects every single day.
Yeah.
You know, just to get better and apply. Then they tell me now I'm going to have the next interview, the last one, to decide with the director of the entire department. This dude, when he got hired at that company, he was on the news.
Oh, wow.
That's how big he was. He was on the news. He had to be featured on the news. I'm like, I'm going to talk to this guy. I'm like, you know, like, but I had tawakkul. I got on a call with him, nervous, inside for sure. You know, start talking, yeah, you know, he's skeptical. He's like, oh, he looked at one of the projects that I built. So you built that? I said, yeah, I built that. Looked at it, oh, it's nice. So, okay, cool. He said, you know, I had a flat tire earlier, so I have to go because so the interview got cut short. I was waiting for a technical somewhere, somehow, you know, go into the code, you know.
Yeah.
And so next thing I know, HR's reaching out to me with an offer. No technical whatsoever.
Wow.
Wallah, no technical. And that was, you know, like, if you, Africa with technicals, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah,
you know,
it is.
I don't like technicals.
Live. Of course.
You know?
Because
Yeah.
they can ask you anything.
Exactly.
Anything.
But I got the job. Bifadlillah. And then later on, I found after I got hired, I found out that I was going against these Asian guys. I don't know, those, not to be, you know, not to like casting up, but
yeah, they could code.
guys that were good.
Yeah.
And my manager, who became like a friend of mine, he told me, he's like, you know, they were trying to push for us to hire these guys. I'm like, nah, he's the one. Get him. It's because we connected. You know? We spoke like two homies.
Yeah.
You know, and then we start connecting over other things like basketball and what. But the point is it's not all of that. It's that I was taking asbab, and you take the means, you put your trust in Allah, He will provide from where you couldn't even imagine.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But a lot of people are not willing to go through what it takes to get to that stage. See what I'm saying? So anyway, I want to ask, who is your program for?
Everyone.
Okay.
Pretty much everyone, because of where the industry is heading. Cloud technology is becoming incredibly popular. Data engineers, what are they deploying? Event-driven architecture in the cloud with their data.
So,
everything is requiring these sort of skills.
right.
So whether you're a software engineer that wants to go more full stack and understand infrastructure, whether you're a data engineer that wants to upskill, whether you've never written a line of code before and you want a structured program that will take you from zero to hero in the most streamlined approach without the fluff, right? Or you're already in the field as a junior, mid-level, senior DevOps engineer and you want to level up because you're not getting hands-on with the in-demand tools. Maybe your company is working with legacy tooling that isn't transferable for other companies and you want to upskill in the right things, right? Maybe you're working in silo in a consultancy, you're being handed tasks to do daily, but you don't understand the bigger picture.
Right.
If you were given a system design interview, you're holding your head, you're shaking your head, you're thinking, what's going on?
Right.
So this is the most streamlined process. Whether you've never written a line of code before, whether you come from a junior, mid-level perspective, whether you're in other areas, data engineering or software engineering, these are essential skills to increase your salary and make you more employable. Gone are the days where companies have every single person for every little role, right? Where they got a platform, SRE, DevOps, front end, back end. They're looking for people that are more jack of all trades. They're looking for more generalists. This is what the market is.
Right.
They want people that are more capable of doing more things. I work with machine learning engineers daily. I can tell you, they know what they're doing. They could deploy things to the cloud. These are top AI. There's a reason they're getting 100 mil. There's a reason they're getting these call-ups. They're not going to be scared when they need to deploy something to the cloud. They're more than capable.
Imagine he can do that, gotta go ask somebody else. And he's getting 100 million.
Yeah, exactly.
So for people who have no background, right, in tech, because, a lot of people will be scared, again, mindset, different things. What would you say to them to, I guess, remove that barrier? Because, look, if somebody's already in the field, it's easy to just transition. They already dealt with code. They already know what things look like. But for the guys, because we deal with that challenge, right? For someone who's never written a line of code, never seen, has no idea. What does that process look like?
I came from a completely non-technical background. I never wrote a line of code before when I tried to transition into the industry. It was foreign to me. I was the last sort of tech-savvy person you could ever imagine. I don't have these stories where I was hacking Minecraft servers at 12, 13. None of that. In fact, I hated the computer, right? I was like, I don't even know how to use Excel properly. I don't even want to look at this, right? But I had other motivators. I wanted to be able to work remotely. I wanted to be in a fast-paced environment where my salary progresses, where I could earn 6 figures, right? I wanted to be in those environments, and I wanted more autonomy over my life.
Right.
I didn't want to be stuck in a dead-end job. I'm clocking in, I'm clocking out. Days are just going by. I need to take a day off to go to the dentist. I don't have any autonomy over my life. That's what motivated me. And if I did it and I was the least tech-savvy person, I'd never wrote a line of code, you guys can do it. These are all limiting beliefs. I've seen people, no GCSEs, no A-level, no basic qualifications.
Right.
I'm talking the most basic level. They failed in school dropouts have managed to turn things around. And
So
it's
what's the actual requirement then, if I may ask? Because I'm telling you, people will have this question.
Yeah.
If you're saying you don't need none of that,
yes.
What do I need if I want to do this? And I, coming from no experience, what are the basic, bare minimum requirements? Because it's got to be something.
You probably need a laptop.
Okay, a laptop.
You probably need a laptop starting off.
Okay.
Some people got creative with their iPads and they attach the keyboard, yeah?
Really?
They'll find a way to make it work, right? They'll find a way to make it work. But basic prerequisites. You just need a laptop.
Okay.
You just need an internet connection.
Yeah.
And you just need a mentor to have that tailored learning approach.
Do I have to speak English?
Yes. For my program, I did.
We know about English.
I was about to say it might be lucrative to start learning Urdu at this point in time, but I'm like, hey, I'm going to have to start learning.
So English, computer, and internet.
English, computer, internet, and a mindset.
And a
willingness to learn.
Okay.
If you got those things, you could go so far. And in fact, I've been taught this. In my program, my students have taught me things I never thought I'd learn just from their mindset.
So
I'm like, yo, this person, he joins, no qualifications, dropped out in school. He's never applied himself to anything. The problem with high school dropouts and things like that isn't because you dropped out of school. It's because you haven't consistently applied yourself at something. It's the mentality.
Right.
That's it. It's not their ability. If they apply themselves, they're as good as someone that applied themselves academically. The only thing is that academic is that proof that you can apply yourself to study for something.
Right.
That's it. But the mindset is the real problem. A lot of people don't know how to stick at something. And I've seen people turn it around. I've seen people be like, you know what? I've had enough of being a bum, never sticking at something. Every time I try something, I quit. I complain. I sit around my boys. Oh yeah, I want to start this business. I want to do this, getting dopamine boosts in their brain, but they never apply themselves to anything. This is a massive culture issue I'm seeing with young people, especially with TikTok and things like that. Every day there's a new hustle.
Yeah.
Every day there's a new side hustle.
With AI, everybody's starting
with AI,
every single day.
Every day. And I get how AI enables people to start businesses faster.
Right.
Definitely see the value there.
Yeah.
Skills pay the bills.
Yeah.
Get the skills. Get the skills first. And then leverage the skills for entrepreneurship.
100%.
You could leverage that to make so much money.
Can you bypass the skills? Because people think they can do that. The skills part, I mean, you just said it. You just answered it. I just want to...
It will bite you. It will bite you in the bum.
I think it's not possible. Aslan, I don't think you can do anything, whatever it is that you pick.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're going to wash cars, you're going to map the floor, whatever you're going to do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're going to have to learn that to do that thing well enough.
100%. And we see it in AI. Especially, I'm an AI consultant.
Yeah.
You don't know the difference from supervised to unsupervised learning.
Yeah.
You've never fine-tuned a model in your life, right? And you're an AI engineer.
Everybody's got an AI automation agency.
AI automation. Everyone trying to start this. And it's all leveraging off potential clients that don't have the competency to understand what you're doing. That's all it is.
Until they find out.
Until they find out, right? Until they find out you can't do a basic API call because it doesn't integrate with NAN and now you're stuck. Right? Until you're like, the school API is not official.
Yeah.
There's no official school API. How do I automate things?
Yeah.
I can't stick it into Zapier and do plug and play. These things, you will hit barriers and all this gold rush mentality. You'll see it. You'll see the cycles people go to with these side hustles. First, there's SMMA. then there's SaaS, then white label SaaS, and AI agency now, automation agency.
Yeah.
Take your time. Learn a bit of Python code. Learn what AI even is. I'm not saying don't pursue these things, but the skills, don't skip it.
Yeah.
Because when it actually comes to going big time, right, and you're talking to C-suites and they're asking you about your accolades in AI, they're asking you, have you ever, maintained fine-tuned models? Have you done this? Or, what's your experience with... You're going to be stuttering. Once you get into that real corporate environment, they're going to ask you questions. Bro, I've even experienced it.
Yeah.
Where I think I know my stuff until they're asking me questions. I'm like, oh my, there's so much I need to learn, which is fine.
Yeah.
It's good. But I go back to the learning curve. I don't go and try and find a client that doesn't know what they're talking about and be like, yeah, you know what? I could charge you, $5,000. I'll build out your AI automations. It's going to be valuable. You don't know. You don't know their KPIs. You don't know what they're trying to achieve. You don't know how that translates to revenue. You haven't calculated the time saved. Like, you haven't done all these things that you would do when you get experience as a consultant.
Right.
I've worked in a consultancy, right? I've done all of these things. I've dealt with clients. I've contracted. I've taken on projects. These things you don't want to skip. Alhamdulillah, I'm so glad that I built the skills. I worked in the most cutting edge environments before I stepped into entrepreneurship. Right? Agile frameworks weren't foreign to me when I'm building up my team. Being efficient. Some people don't even know how to, what's going on in their team, or, what they're trying to output, what their KPIs are. Some people are foreign to this.
Right.
So build the skills. I'm not saying you always necessarily have to go into a job first. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying learn the fundamentals. Don't try and take shortcuts.
Yeah, and that's the point. It's like anything can be learned.
Yeah.
Right? And doesn't mean, again, like you just said now, doesn't mean you have to go, do a 9 to 5 for a year or 2 or 5 to learn that thing.
No.
But you have to learn that thing. However you're going to learn it.
Yeah.
Learn it. The learning is the part that you cannot skip.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we've established that anyone can come into the program.
100%. Anyone.
The question that people, I think, will have also is, what's the average? Let's say I came as a total beginner. What's the average time I can look, that it will take me? And I know everybody's different, but thinking about averages, how long could it possibly take someone to go through from zero to being able to land a job? I'm talking about just the skill side, not the applying interviews, just from zero to hero in terms of skills by going through the program.
So I could give rough estimates because it is actually, there's a self-study element.
Okay.
Right? We don't really believe in
everybody doing the same time,
especially because I'm not going to sit there and tell you theory that I could have recorded and you went through. It just doesn't make sense. I'd rather have live lessons with you where we're getting hands-on and we're really deploying stuff, right? Where I'm like, oh, you've made this change to your application. How are you going to effectively deploy it? What deployment strategies are you going to think about? How are you not going to impact your production and avoid downtime? These sort of questions that really gets people to being engineers. I'm not going to sit there in live sessions and be like, this is the definition of this. This is what this service does. You could have just went on a Udemy course.
That's right.
Cheaper. Right? You could have went on a Udemy course. You could have just That's not where the real value is. The real value is in the other areas that get you job ready. The practicality, the mock interviews, the CV reviews, all of these things play a factor. So the self-study element makes it hard. I think the time question is I don't answer it. I actually don't answer
Got you. Makes sense.
Because it creates a bit of a bad mentality.
Yeah.
Because if I say 6 months, what does that mean after 6 months when your risk was written at 7?
Yeah, or maybe when you didn't put in the time. Let's say you didn't put in the time for 6 months.
Yeah, and let's say you didn't put in the time. Yeah. And the thing is, what's beautiful is on Skool, you can see the percentages and what people complete.
That's right.
So I'm like, some people after a few months, they're like, oh yeah, I've been here 6 months. I don't feel like I'm learning much. I'm not getting the support I need. You're on like 11% of the first module. You have 12 modules. What's the discussion here? Like, honestly, this is
true.
All of these things.
I'm laughing because we go through the same thing and I see it.
The visibility is there, right? Yeah. You're like, bro, we can have this discussion.
Yeah.
At least do the learning.
Yeah.
At least come to me, you've learned. I would love a student to come to me after they've learned everything. They've done every project. They've been applying for jobs. They're like, Murrad, it's not working. I haven't had that. I'd love that problem. If that's my problem, then we can refine things because there's normally things people are missing in their application. They're not effectively outreaching. They're not doing certain things and we can refine and that's perfect. But you don't have that leg to stand on if you haven't put in the work yourself.
Right.
The amount of effort I put in, and the amount of effort we put in as a team to run these sessions, please, if you're not serious, forget about it. That's why the time frame can create a bad mentality.
Agreed.
Because it is based on the work you put in and you can't quantify that.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. Some people have landed a job 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever. It's worth it. It's always worth it at the end.
It is. Just keep at it, keep going. And also, I guess because of, like everybody's learning capabilities are not the same.
Yeah.
Everybody's time availability is not the same. Hence why, you go at your own pace, but you have to put in the work. And if all you have available a day is 1 hour, put in your 1 hour.
Put it in.
Just stick to that. Be consistent. And if that takes you 12 months, 18 months, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just know that if you keep going, you're chipping at it every single day, you'll eventually get to the end of it. So alhamdulillah, again, like you said, the stats, the data speaks for itself. There's a lot of people, alhamdulillah, you came from the UK. I believe you made Hijrah here, alhamdulillah. And, you mentioned how you came from no tech background, went into this, alhamdulillah, figured it out, walillah alhamd, stuck to it. And there were goals that you were trying to achieve. Before I ask, I guess, my main question on this, would you say that you've achieved those goals that you set for yourself? That's the first question. And are there any, I can't ask you if there were any regrets. I can't. That makes no sense. Well, okay, let me just say, did you achieve the goals that you initially set for yourself? Because I know this was not a part of it necessarily.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, but the ones that you initially said and said, look, you know what? I know this is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
I got to put in the work. I got to lock in.
Yeah.
I'm going to hear naysayers because I know I heard it. But here's what I want to achieve. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to get it done. And inshallah, I'll achieve it. Have you been able to achieve all those things?
Yes.
And more?
Yes. Yes, but it's all been a byproduct of the hard work.
Right.
Bro, it's so straightforward, man. It's so straightforward. You get good. You focus on developing your technical skills. Yeah. And your goals follow. It's an extension of your skill set. Yeah. If you want a 6-figure salary, upskill. As a junior engineer, I was looking at job specs, filtering out on Welcome to the Jungle. It's changed to Otter now. It used to be Otter, the website. It's called Welcome to the Jungle now. I used to sit there as a junior engineer. 1 year of experience, 8 months. And I'm filtering 6-figure salaries. What are they looking for? Literally.
Just so you can figure out and learn it.
Just so I could figure out and learn it. And I'm seeing tools that I haven't used. Wow. I'm seeing Kubernetes, container orchestration, all these things that are getting popular in the industry. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I need to upskill here. If I want those salaries, it's literally, the formula's there. It tells you, if you want a 6-figure salary, here's the requirements. I grab the common denominators of these job specs, of the skills they're looking for. Terraform, Kubernetes, cloud provider, a bit of coding, Python for automation or Golang. Grab these skills, started creating projects on it. And I continued doing that continuously until I got to that 6-figure salary. I was doing it on my own with a group of friends. We'd do projects together. We'd upskill together. I had a mentor as well. He was just giving me direction. Mentorship now, people hold in your hand. The program that I was giving people, crazy. My mentor used to give me a few lines, run with it. Build this project. Here's the official documentation. That's it.
No community to tap into.
No community. If I'm stuck, technically I'm stuck. He has a wife and kids. He's busy. Even everyone's got their own lives. Yep. Even if you're paying a mentor, there's only so much time they can give you. If they're really that guy making $850 a day, $750 a day, £1,000 a day in their field contracting, they haven't got time for your £50 an hour, $50 an hour, 100. They're not going to do it. They don't want it. Yeah. They might do it out of their own will because the money isn't worth it. Yeah. But even then, out of their own will doesn't create skin in the game. Right. So even then, if you came to me and I was like, when I can, I'll help you. What does that mean when I got family? What does that mean when I'm traveling? Right. It means the sessions are getting rescheduled. This is why I don't do one-to-one. It's not a priority. Yeah. How can it be a priority when you're making this money, when you have other priorities, and there's no tied obligation other than I'll help you when I can? So people are obsessed about free mentorship, but they don't understand the skin in the game that is created once there's two parties with a mutual agreement. You're trying to get me to X goal. I'm compensating you to get me to X goal and paying for your expertise. In fact, my mentors, I always offered them money. Even if it's a mock interview I have, out of respect for their time.
Right.
Out of respect, even though they're like, no. I'm like, bro.
But you saw the value in what you're trying to get. I think a lot of us, the issue is that we say we want it, we don't see the value in it, because if you saw the value,
yes,
why wouldn't you be willing to put money towards that?
Exactly.
I know I did.
Yeah.
And I'm learning now more and more. I'm very skeptical about certain things.
Yeah.
But I'm learning more and more that great things don't come for free. I'm not even just talking about money. First and foremost, I got to invest my time.
Yes.
And grind. Yeah. But also, you have to be willing to pay money for things.
Yes. If you want a particular quality service, 100%. And when people say, oh, but it's free online, or I could get it free online. If you believe something that is free is equivalent to something that is paid, you clearly haven't done your due diligence.
Yeah.
All that program's a scam, right? If you really think something you can get for free versus paid, and you're going to get the same experience.
Saudi Vision 2030 has 30 million pilgrims annually projected. That's 3 times the current capacity. We position ourselves for this boom today. While others wait, alhamdulillah, we've secured properties in Medina. No fear. We see the opportunity and we're going all in. We have long-term leases signed. Renovations already underway. Operating procedures already established. What we need is investment capital to complete what we've started. The minimum investment that we're targeting is $15,000 with a 25% projected return annually. That is a low number for investment and a high return on investment compared to the market. Pilgrimage, Umrah, is recession-proof. Demand exists in good times and bad. Muslims will always visit the city of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We're looking for a number of founding investors to join us who will get priority on all future investment opportunities. Bi'idhnillah, you'll have direct access to me. You can ask any questions that you need. Investment forms are ready. If you're serious, please fill it out below and we will provide you all the information that you need before you make any commitment. Medina is calling. Will you answer? The information may be free, the knowledge is not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can go online, get all the information. Like you said, no gatekeeping, it's there. Yeah, it's there. Like, for example, we do the software engineering program. I tell people straight up, don't pay us to teach you anything if you want.
Yeah.
Go to Free Code Camp.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest libraries of almost anything you want to learn in the world.
Yeah.
It's free.
Yeah.
freecodecamp.org.
Yeah.
Go find it. Go do it. Some people can do that and succeed.
Yes.
Very, very, very few.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah?
Especially
exactly.
Now.
With the distraction, with everything that's going on, there's no structure. How are you going to do it? But if you want free, it's right there.
Yeah.
Well, now if you want something structured, people to hold you accountable, to give you the support.
Yes.
To do,
it's a no-brainer.
People paid, like the programmers, they paid $15,000 for it.
Damn.
That's in 2018. $15,000.
Respect, though. Respect.
Bro, in hindsight, how much would I pay? Ask me. How much? You think? Name a number. What's the max you think I would be willing to pay?
25,000.
That's the tips I will give you. In hindsight.
Wow.
What has that given me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I paid $15K for a program, my first role is $85K.
Crazy.
In a few months.
ROI, yeah.
In 6 months' time.
Yeah.
You think, how much will I be willing to pay? I will at least pay you $85K.
Yeah.
Because at least.
Yes.
That's my break even.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Okay? But now if I think about all the years, if I think about all the other products and everything else I was able to build out of that, if I just think about how many people I was able to be a catalyst to get into that field for.
People don't understand the ROI.
People don't understand the ROI.
You know, I literally was deep in this the other day.
Yeah.
That my average student has increased their lifetime earning by over 1.5 million. If you go off the statistic of the average salary and you account for things such as their salary progression, them contracting potentially, when they'll hit a 6-figure salary, and I just took time.
It makes sense.
I was like, your lifetime earning from this program potentially gone up by over $1 million.
Easy.
Yeah, lifetime earning.
Easy because
100%.
I don't know about the UK.
And I was conservative.
No,
I didn't assume that they're going to hit these high day rates when contracting. I was conservative.
I never thought about it that way.
Your lifetime earning. People don't think about
potential.
That. When you build a skill, people don't understand the ROI of a skill. Think about property or whatever investment.
Yeah.
A 10% return's amazing, right? Typically.
A lot of people don't know that, but yes.
10% return is amazing when you invest in something.
Yeah.
You're telling me a program that gives you 500%, or, you know, from where your current salary is, maybe double, 200% instantly if you put in work. And guess what? It's not dependent on the stock market. It's not dependent on, what Donald Trump is going to do, right? It's purely dependent on the work you put in.
That's right.
And you get a crazy ROI.
Yep.
And if you continue that mentality and apply yourself, your lifetime earnings can easily increase by over $1 million just by being in a specific field in comparison to where you were. And if you go on average salaries and see, extrapolate that and do the data, we'll see it's crazy.
You know, in the States, when I graduated from my boot camp that I did, I remember some of my classmates starting with over $100,000 as a junior. This is back in 2018.
States is serious.
You know what I'm saying?
A different ballgame.
I remember.
In States, it's couple million.
It's crazy.
It's not just 1 million.
No.
In States,
1 million. Now that I think about it, if you just say you're making as a junior, we're not talking about mid-level, seniors.
Yeah.
You're making $100,000 plus as a base. No bonus talking. We're not talking about bonus. We're not talking about anything else. How 10 years is $1 million.
RSUs, if you're in certain companies. I was sitting with my friend that works in Meta the other day.
Yeah.
He just showed me his RSUs, his invested stocks. He's like, if I stick around, I have about, it was like $700,000 in just stocks sitting there.
Of course.
That he gets paid, obviously, in certain amounts over time.
Yeah.
I was like,
invest over time.
I was like, this is why no one leaves these companies, man. They're compounding money, they're investing over time, they're getting this sort of money. Bro, and there's very few better lifestyles than it. I've never seen it. I've never seen a lifestyle where you could work 9 to 5, work remotely. If you're efficient at your job, you're not there every single minute doing your code. And then at the end of it, you get that flexibility. 5 o'clock, you turn your laptop off.
Yeah.
And a lot of people glorify entrepreneurship. Oh, entrepreneurship. It's amazing. They don't understand it's 24 hours.
Yeah.
They don't understand you're working around the clock.
Oh, yeah.
My most peaceful time was when I was living in Doha working remotely on 75k salary. That was my most peaceful 75,000 pounds.
I want to second that, but I'm afraid to second because I do want to second that.
No, it's true though.
Like being remote, making that kind of money, bro. I used to tell people.
I was actually making 90. There was a point I was making 90,000. This was quite a while ago, and that was just
crazy.
Bro,
just
over
cruising.
there. Huh?
Just cruising. I don't know about you.
Cruising.
For me,
I don't know if I can say it.
I'll say it.
To be 1 hour a day?
Listen, when I tell people, I used to go to work.
Yeah.
One of the last companies I worked for. I used to go to the office with this 4-hour work week book. You seen it? When I tell people, I'm not saying, look, it's not what always the reality.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible. 4-hour work weeks are possible.
Yeah, 100%. If you're
good at what you're doing.
Good at what you do.
And now with AI.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if that time when you were doing that? The time. If I had these AI tools.
AI has changed the ball game, by the way, in terms of engineers. Before, there was levels to being an engineer.
Yeah.
Now AI has made juniors and engineers that aren't great quite efficient.
Yeah, if they know what they're doing and they keep upskilling, there's a learning thing. I remember when I learned how to code, one of the things they told us. So the first thing they really, really did is say, your mindset has to change. Okay? Because this thing is going to get difficult, but you have to believe that you can do it.
Yep.
Okay? The second thing was they said, we're not teaching you necessarily just software engineering. What we're teaching you is how to learn. We're going to give you all the fundamentals, all the, then you take that, you want to go learn Golang, you want to go learn Python, you want to go learn JavaScript, you want to go learn Ruby, go learn it.
Yeah.
Because you know how to learn now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And same thing with, what you're doing, but people don't understand. So this leads me to, since I went into tech, I held the belief that tech is, and Allah knows best, but I believe in this day and age, it's the equalizer. And it's what gives everybody the same playing field. Right? It knows no race, no gender. All you got to do is learn the skill, showcase it. Who's going to discriminate against you if you're the best, baddest at what you do?
No one.
Who cares what degree you got?
No one cares about your accent either.
Nobody cares nobody cares if your English is broken.
Yeah.
The question is, when you get on that keyboard, can you smash it?
Yeah.
If you can, you got it.
Yeah. You can't.
That's what I say. It's the equalizer.
You know what I call it?
Huh?
You know what I call it? A passport. That is your new nationality.
Absolutely.
I call it a passport.
I agree.
That every time you stamp it based on skills. You added JavaScript, you added Python, you added infrastructure, you added backend, you added ML. And the more you upgrade this passport,
100 million.
That's how you extend it. And you could go anywhere in the world with this passport.
It's crazy.
Stronger than any passport. Stronger than UK passport. Stronger than Singapore.
I was working with dudes from Kenya and Nigeria in our office in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
They were flying them in when they need to. You know, they're working remotely. At the time, I wasn't even remote. In New York. These guys from Kenya and Nigeria, you know, you will... But they were good at what they do.
People in South Africa, working remote, killing it. They've got their own passport. You know, these visa issues and this, it's a skill issue.
Yeah.
Once you're that person, you've now got your own passport.
Crazy.
How many talent are we seeing from South Asia coming here? It is harder for me to land a job here than someone from South Asia. 100%.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's harder for me to land a job here than someone from South Asia.
Crazy.
This is...
Regardless of the passports you hold.
Regardless of the passports we hold. This is how meritocratic things are. This is how hard it is to compete with people that are getting skills, masters, getting very good at things, doing every certification in the book. If you see their LinkedIn profile,
you know what? You know what's the difference between those guys and us?
They lock in.
Yeah, and they don't feel privileged. I was telling some of the brothers that some of us coming from the West, we have fake privilege.
Yeah.
You know, we come thinking, you know, I got this, you know, British US passport or whatever. That's fake privilege. That means nothing out here.
Yeah.
Or if you don't bring the skills, your passport can get into the country.
Exactly.
But that's where it stops. You may have to sleep on the street.
After a while.
Right?
You're paying fines. You're overextended your stay. You got to do border runs now.
But if you lock in, we all heard of monk mode. It's real. It's lock in for 6 months. So we just did Hijrah Con in Medina. I don't know if you heard about it. Abdillah, Jazakallah khairan, came out. He did a presentation, bro. He unlocked something unbelievable for everybody in the room, young and old. But one of the things that he said was, if you lock in and do this, and he told them exactly what to do, just like what you're saying off with the pro. Do 1, 2, 3 for 3 months. Bi'idhnillah, guaranteed you see results. Meaning, you'll have the skills. Now, all you got to do is just put that to work.
I see.
For 3 months. I say software engineering, for sure. If someone locks in 6 months, you can be a full stack engineer. In 6 months. You got to lock in. That's not like, you know, you're doing it here when you want, you go hang out with the homies, you go to the... You can't do that.
Lock in.
When I did my program, if you're my family, bro, you don't call me, you don't text me. They knew. Don't call me, don't text me, unless it's an emergency. If I see a text, I know it's an emergency.
I had to go to the opticians. I'm being serious.
You see?
I've never needed glasses before in my life until I had to lock in, and they're like, you know, I'm getting headaches, I'm getting migraines, I need to get blue light glasses, I need to do all of this because I'm looking at a screen for so long, I'm getting back problems because I'm sitting on a chair for so long, I need to get a different chair.
Nobody's seeing that.
People don't know the lock-in story.
People don't see that.
People don't know when I was in my old job and I had to take interviews during my lunch break. When else are you taking interviews? You know what's crazy? I made a TikTok video the other day. And I've never cringed so much in a video that I made because of the comment. You're not going to believe what someone commented. I made a video of me talking about how I took interviews on my lunch break when I tried to break into tech. When I was making that career transition. Because when else are you going to take interviews?
That's right.
You're working full time. I used to sneak into my manager's office, adjust my lunch break time. I'll say, I'm going for a later lunch break. Or, you know, can I have lunch at this time? Go into my manager's office, take the interview phone call there, or, you know, take a call there. And that's how I landed my role. Because I was upskilling and doing that. I'd go home, upskill, and I'd do... And guess what happened? My manager, he found a note on his desk of me writing down notes of the interview. Because I was trying to get feedback, what areas I could improve in. And I wrote down the different tools I need to learn. I wrote about DevOps. I wrote about this, where I need to upskill on. Because even after the end of the call with, a recruiter or hiring manager, I'll say, do you have any feedback on things that I could work on and things like that? I'll get feedback there.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you don't always get feedback.
That's right.
I used to take notes. And then my manager, he found a note. Didn't say anything. I tell him afterwards, I message him like a week or two later.
After you got the role?
I've got a job offer.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. Really sorry. Been a pleasure working for you. Enjoyed my time. You taught me so much. He sends me a picture of and he said, in future, try and not leave notes around of your interviews that you're conducting. And I was just like, and then guess what happened? I told this story online.
Yeah.
I made a video about it. My manager commented.
The same manager?
The same manager commented on the video. I was like...
What? Wow.
The same manager commented. I was like...
What did he say? I'm curious. What did he say? Gist of it.
I want to pull out the... It was something like an eye emoji or something subtle. It was something like...
That's enough.
No, I think he commented cough or something like that. Or cough. I was like, yo... I was just like, this is...
That's a good manager.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, I had an employee. He was a back-end engineer, senior. My most senior back-end engineer on my team. This dude just went missing. Can't see him. Can't reach him. And then I found out, I started getting suspicious.
Yeah.
And we were working on a major project.
Yeah.
I'm like, is he doing what I think he's doing?
Yeah, you know the game.
Yeah. I find out this dude is taking interviews in my office. I'm like, you're using my electricity, using my AC, using my desk, using my computers. I don't mind, go do that, but talk to me about it. Tell me.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, if that manager showed I didn't say anything, that's a cool manager. I went off.
Okay, fair play.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can go, apply for other jobs.
Yeah.
You can leave.
Yeah.
But if you can use my resources
Yeah.
in my office
Yeah.
to do interviews, to leave my company, bro, you better tell me. That's the least you can do, right?
100%. Yeah.
So, that dude, you need to fly him out to Dubai or something. Man. You better not watch this.
I said, bro, whenever I'm down to link up, when I'm in the UK, I'm down to link up.
Man.
I was in a completely different field then.
Yeah,
so it was a difficult conversation to have that.
Yeah.
I don't see myself in this career.
No, I get it. I definitely get it.
And like, it was really corporate.
He's supportive. That's a supportive.
No, but I think he's proud of me, man. I think he's actually
man.
he's always messaged me and said, I'm proud of the stuff you're doing and
amazing
and things like that. Stay in touch on LinkedIn. He's seen the growth. So
amazing.
Yeah, shout out to him, man.
So that's a lesson, man. Those of us who are a little uptight about these things, we need to chill. We need to be easygoing, man.
It makes sense. So if it's your company, that's a bit different. If it's your company and you've created that culture, because again, it's a culture thing as well, where you've enabled others to have these conversations, potentially be direct with you. They should be able to tell you.
That's what I'm saying. And
even my employees.
And I did that. And I said that, I don't mind everybody who comes into the company. If you're working with me, you can always leave. You're not a slave, bro. You can always leave. Just have the courtesy. Let's have that conversation.
Go about it the
Just
right
let
way.
me know. Don't leave me hanging. Don't burn bridges because you never know when you may have to cross back.
It's a small world.
It's a small world.
It's a small world, man.
But people, sometimes, they neglect those things. But man, so tech enabler. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
I remember when I became a software engineer, I would go on my neighborhood where I used to play basketball with the kids. These are non-Muslim kids.
Yeah.
I saw them on the block hanging out. I would tell them, I'll go and do this, do a boot camp, do this. It's going to change your life.
Yeah.
And then, now seeing, alhamdulillah, being able to tell that to Muslims, help Muslims do that, and leverage that to make hijrah. How powerful is that? Because I'm sure your program, do you see that people are using it as a vehicle to upskill and eventually leverage that as a way to make hijrah?
100%. People are definitely thinking ahead.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of these conversations in my program often. But it's also about people not getting ahead of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes people could get that shiny object syndrome and get obsessed without knowing the work you need to put in initially. I tell people your first role might have to be in the office. Because
1000%.
it might be the best place for you as a junior.
The same thing.
It might be the best place for you because you can tap your senior shoulder. That's where the real learning happens. Because remote working isn't ideal for someone that needs to upskill a lot and doesn't know what they're doing. When you're stuck remotely, you don't know what you're doing, you're messaging other people in your team, they're busy, they don't need to reply to you. If you're in the office, you're stuck with something, tap the shoulder, walk up to them, hey, you know, and they'll help you. Right? So for juniors especially, there's so much value being in the office. Even a hybrid structure, 2-3 days a week. Go for it. Some juniors are, I just want to work remotely. They want all the fruits of the labor without putting in the labor. Right? So Hijrah is there as a goal. It's that passport. Stack that passport. Get the skills that's needed. I used to hear people say, you need 10 years, 15 years of experience to land a role in the UAE. It's super competitive. I did 4 in 6 weeks.
Ajib.
And I posted them.
Back.
Like, you know, some people, they think this is for marketing, this is for social media. Anytime I have my phone, bro, you can go through my emails. There's multiple 6-figure offers, multiple UAE offers that you'll just find anytime in my... If you've really done this, this is your reality.
Right.
Just put in the work. And it will be the... I was the guinea pig. Because people used to tell me, no, you can't, Murrad, you don't have enough experience. You don't have enough experience to be a senior engineer. I have emails of feedback of interviews that are 6-figure roles. I have 2.5 years of experience.
Right.
Coming up to 3 years. Right? That was the first time I landed a 6-figure. In the UK, 6 figures is like...
6 figures is amazing out here in the UK.
Yeah, in the UK, that's like top 1%. You have to be like 8 years, 7 years of experience. Yeah. In the UK to get a 6-figure role.
Because I've seen software engineers like 40K, 50K in the UK. I'm like, bro.
That's mid-level. That's not even junior.
That's working at McDonald's in the UK.
Yeah. Bro, honestly, like I was... So when I landed that, and I even posted, you know what's crazy? I showed my journey. I showed each job offer. I posted each contract and I made a video on it.
Wow.
And I showed the 6-figure offer because a lot of people say, oh, you can't land a 6-figure offer. You can't be a senior in 3 years. I showed the feedback. And the feedback was, I'm really impressed with the technical skills Murrad has shown, despite him not having what we would typically expect for this role in terms of
the years
of experience. He wrote YOE. I still remember this vividly in brackets. YOE. I still remember this on the feedback. I posted it. There's a video on it. Despite him not having the years of experience, I think he's shown a lot of great skills. And I think his exposure in an AI startup has given him the right skills that he needs to hit the ground running.
Amazing.
I never let all of these things hold me back. Right. I see a job spec in the Middle East, 10 plus years of experience. I don't have 10 years.
But I got the skills.
But I got the skills. So what I do, straight to the hiring manager, find him on LinkedIn, send him my GitHub outreach message effectively. This is a project I've done that closely aligns to the job spec and why I'm a good fit for the role. Recruiter, send the recruiter an outreach message with my, CV. Here you go. I make sure it's ATS compliant. If everyone's ignored me, no one's responding to me, I make sure I use JobScan as a tool to align my ATS with my CV, do this, and then I submit at the end. Oof. Each application takes me 20 minutes. Each job application took me at least 20 minutes.
This is crazy what you're saying right now.
Bro,
No, I'm just saying people don't understand.
And they say the market is cooked. You can't land a job. They're not doing this.
This is
crazy. I sent Loom videos.
This is experience stalking. This is people. You know what they do?
Yeah.
And this is one of the things that people go on LinkedIn or Indeed. I don't know what you guys use in the UK.
Yeah.
Bro, it's this. They search a role. You know how you have the what was that called? Like the automatic apply?
Yeah, easy apply.
Easy apply. That's not how you apply for a job.
Bro.
What you just said now is a masterclass on how to apply for any job in any field.
Exactly.
Because if I have a role that I'm hiring for, you just come easy apply, your resume, nothing aligns with what I'm looking for.
No, there's going to be another resume with more years. There's going to be another resume that looks better that might not be the reality. Someone else might have a good looking resume when you interview, you're thinking...
Someone may not be qualified and he might have to put in the work that you just said.
Yeah.
He get applying, he may even get the job. Who knows?
Exactly.
And you lost and you may be the most qualified, but you didn't put in the work.
Bro, this is what I used to do on LinkedIn, right? Outreach, and look what I used to send.
Crazy.
Look what I used to send. And what I'm going to show you is probably going to blow you. Loom video.
Hey Carl, hope you're keeping well.
I'm sure you've never been reached out to in this format by a candidate before, but I came across this senior cloud automation engineer role that closely aligns with my experience.
This is crazy.
It'll probably be a better idea to reach out.
Bro, this is a master class for me.
For people that
Forget about everybody that's watching. I'm serious.
saw that you are the expert for building out cloud teams, so I thought you're probably the right person to reach out to. But yeah, let me walk you through why I think I'm a good fit for the role. And yeah, so the first thing that kind of stood out to me early on was the relevant certifications that they might be looking for. I have all three. So certified Kubernetes administrator, certified solution architect associate, AWS. And I'm screen sharing my CV alongside with the job spec.
Isn't the CV that outlined that?
Yeah, that's always a nice.
It shows it's well thought out.
And then diving into my experience, I'm a lead DevOps engineer with over 5 years of experience in the DevOps space. I've worked in financial services alongside with working in AI startups. So I have a lot of experience in regards to being quite hands-on, as well as, that higher level.
You know what's crazy about this is that you already have the seniority needed.
Yes.
You have the experience needed. And it shows.
Yes.
But you didn't stop there.
You
didn't say, that's enough for me to feel like, yeah, you know what? I'm qualified for that anyway. I've earned that.
Never.
Here, just give it to me.
Never.
Like, I'm still putting in the work because I know that's what
100%.
Who wouldn't respond to you after this?
Most people respond. Whoever sees it,
Allahumma barik.
They respond.
And so you're saying, is this what, that's a silly question to ask. The students in your program are going through this.
Yeah.
They're being exposed to this. They got it. They know, they're learning how to do this the right way.
Bro, one of my students landed a senior role, no previous experience. Senior DevOps engineer role. A lot of people think, it's not possible. Why would a company hire a senior? Because he has the skills. He learned niche skill sets as well that they struggle to hire. He made a project specifically on what they're looking for.
Crazy.
Smashed it. This stuff here just separates you from everyone else. And yes, I understand there's requirements. It could look intimidating. You look at a job spec, they've got 101 different stuff and you're like, they're asking for 12 years. Bro, some of the things are not even what they're using. Yep. Job specs are outdated. Some of them aren't even a reflection. I remember when I left one of my companies previously and they were hiring for my role, they posted the same job spec that when I joined 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And I was like, the tooling we use is different now. But they copy and paste the same job spec.
Because the ones posting that may not even, they might...
Yeah, HR.
HR doesn't even know what they're talking about, Aslan.
Yeah.
Unless the person from that, the hiring manager from that... department actually push it together and give it to them.
And even then, they're not going to put in work.
Yeah.
If I'm a hiring manager, a majority of hiring managers, they haven't got time to focus on writing out a comprehensive JD that's a reflection of the company. You've seen JDs. They all look the same. Majority of job
100%.
descriptions, common denominator. These are your tools, essential, desired, and, benefits.
Yeah.
It's all the same format.
Right.
Do you think a hiring manager is spending his time thoroughly writing out everything you need? No, it's very rare. Even when it comes to CVs. I've operated as a hiring manager, right? When I'm looking for a candidate and there's 180 CVs in 2 days, right? 180 CVs in 1 day. Do you think I'm going through 180 CVs? And it comes in a centralized form. People think, what platform should I apply? Should I apply on LinkedIn? Doesn't matter.
It's all coming to the same place.
It's all coming to the same company.
And yours better stand out. Something about yours.
Yeah. It doesn't say this one came through this particular job board, so this one has an advantage. No, people are looking for little excuses to cope, right? Maybe I'm using the wrong job board. No, your CV's trash, right? These are all cope approaches. There's some job boards that you can leverage for information, like for the Middle East, Norcree, Gulf Talent. They give you more specific stuff, but in general, no. And when you get all those CVs, I'm not trying to go through 180. Who am I interviewing? The one person that DM'd me on LinkedIn.
Oof.
In fact, I was hiring for 2 AI engineers that I posted a few days ago. Maybe not even one. People talk about this job market. It's really hard. 2 back-end engineers. Sorry, not AI, because I'm going to be 2 back-end engineers, right? Bro, every DM was from people that don't even meet the sponsorship visa requirements. It was all from people in South Asia that can't even take this role.
Wow.
And I'm thinking, people complain about the job market, but when it really comes to it, are they really going to reach out?
Yeah.
I made a post.
It's difficult to find the right talent and to hire.
Yes.
People don't understand that.
People don't understand.
And they say it's saturated. right? This is one of the things I hear, by the way, about tech. Oh, it's saturated.
Don't tell me about saturated.
Which I'm going to come to now.
Don't tell me about saturated.
Saturated.
I roll up my sleeves and it's saturated, man. What do you mean saturated,
It is
bro?
saturated. Let me tell you how saturated. For those who have no skills, for those who are mediocre,
Yes.
it's saturated.
100%.
There's plenty of those.
Yes.
But if you have the skills,
yes.
and you're not mediocre and you're actually putting in the effort, because the mediocre is not sometimes just having the skills.
Yes.
It's you not putting in the work like that.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're not doing what more than the average person is putting in, you mediocre. You're just like everybody else. So this area here, very saturated.
Yes. Super saturated. That area there,
saturated,
where everyone's applying with easy apply on LinkedIn, 100% super saturated. When they're not taking initiative, when they're not outreaching, of course it's saturated. Because I got 180 CVs. According to that theory that people want to go by, it's saturated.
Saturated.
But how long did it take us to hire?
Exactly.
Over 9 months.
Yep.
Trying to find the right person.
Difficult.
Right skill.
All those go to the search and the trash.
Yeah.
You're looking for that one person that will stand out. Who's going to send that Loom video? Who's going to build that project?
Aligning with the JD.
Aligning with the JD that is required.
Who's going to not be afraid to upskill if they're missing something on the JD?
Yeah.
I've interviewed for companies and I've had a technical interview.
Yeah.
And by the time the technical interview comes down, I've upskilled in the areas that I'm lacking.
100%.
Why don't, people, my students are like, bro, but they're asking for this particular tool that I haven't used before, so I'm not going to apply. I'm like, what? I was like, I've interviewed for jobs that are asking for Kotlin for CI/CD pipelines, for CI pipelines. I'm like, I've never used Kotlin to build these, but I'm going to apply. I'm going to put the right things I need to do. And then by the time that technical interview comes, I built a project in Kotlin.
Yep.
Kafka Strimzy. Like, I've not used Kafka before. And then I was like, I haven't used this before, but I have an interview coming up and they put it as nice to have. Quickly spun up a local Kafka cluster, use a little, and I MVP. I'm not saying you need to be an expert, but at least you're not sitting there saying, I don't know.
And you can go and tell them, say, look, having worked with this tool before, the moment I saw this is something that you're looking for.
This is what I learned. This is what I did.
learned it and I put this together.
They'll be impressed.
How impressive is that?
Very impressive. That's actually how I landed my role at an AI startup. They asked me a particular question.
This is
and I didn't know it. This literally is.
It's a difference.
They asked me, and this is another tip, another secret tip. Yeah. They asked me a particular question on Kubernetes networking. I didn't know that. I just started learning Kubernetes and there's areas that I covered. I said, I'll be honest, I don't know that. I'm currently going through this learning platform for it. That's actually the next chapter. So if you were to ask me that by next week, I'll be able to tell you. But if you're happy, I'd like to show you my screen and share my screen and show you where I'm at and what I've covered so far. He looked at that. He saw this.
This man's beast. Wallah, this is experience talking though.
Yeah.
And also, this is a go-getter's mentality.
Yeah.
That's what's talking.
Yeah. That's how my student landed his role. So one of my students, the screen share technique. Underrated. He's like, can I screen share this project? They're like, sorry, we don't really have time. He's like, look, I prepared it with the company domain name. Where I'm hosting the website, I made it align with the company domain, similar name. I called it whatever the company name is .com, right? They're like, what? How did you do that? Huh? He's like, yeah. He's like, look, I've incurred cloud costs to build this project, right?
So now you got to see it.
Yeah, he said you got to see it. He's like, I incurred AWS cloud costs to get this project up.
Yeah.
Bro, shout out to Case, man. You got the project share screen. Bro, they went half an hour over the interview because they were so as soon as a technical person sees code, they got questions. They want to know, this. As soon as you see what someone's built, you have questions. So never be afraid to share your screen in the interview. Show what you're about. Don't just sit there, I don't know. I have no idea.
It also shows the difference between the one who's actually, truly, genuinely interested in this role and who's not.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
It's true.
It's so powerful what we're doing.
No gatekeeping.
You know what I mean? It's no gatekeeping.
No gatekeeping.
This is truly powerful. And also, when the passion is there, it's like, how can you stop? In my opinion, this is what you will consider to be gold. Because the things that you're sharing are not just applicable to software engineering. It's not applicable just to DevOps. It's applicable to life. To whatever it is you're going to do. When you can... It just means go that extra mile. Show that you are a go-getter, that you are... I was telling one of my team, my EA recently was telling me, it's like, look, we need to hire a project manager who has experiences in that. I said, from my experience, sometimes I'll hire someone who has less experience than the most experienced person. Why? Because they have other qualities I'm looking for. They may not have all, I'm not saying no to skills. Get the skills. But what I'm saying is sometimes someone comes, they haven't gotten the skills yet. Just like you said, that's the next module. But I know he didn't get there yet. But if I told him I need that,
he's there.
He's so resourceful.
Yeah.
He'll bring it before I even ask for it. Versus this guy, he may have the experience, he may have the years, the 10 years, the 7 years, but he's lazy. He got the years, he got the time because he just happened to be alive that long and be in the field for that long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and I had experience with guys like that. If he comes to doing something, he's going to come up with all these thousand excuses as to why we shouldn't be doing that, why he can't do it, or why it can't be done. What? It can't be done?
Limiting beliefs, man.
I'll tell you exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
But are you going to get it done?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So sometimes, and that's the difference. You never ever believe if someone who has no experience can be hired for a senior role.
I didn't believe that at first. I was shocked myself. I was genuinely shocked myself.
Crazy. Well, shows you the possibility. Yeah. I know people that do it in 3 jobs. I don't know if you know oversubscribed.
Of course. People
making
clean
the
up.
kind of money.
Yeah.
When you hear about it, you can't believe it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound real.
I met people making £2,000-3,000 a day. More. Some people. I'm thinking.
Yeah. I know about.
They got 4 laptops and 5 laptops. I'm thinking
3 laptops just sitting there,
and they don't need to worry about the electricity bill.
No, I mean they can be with the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, they need to build a data center. Yeah. Good to go, bro.
If you're serious about making Hijrah and gaining financial freedom, stop waiting and start building. Coding for Hijrah gives you the tech skills to land a remote tech job or launch your own business, all for the price of a daily latte. Learn full stack development, AI, no code, and UI UX design fundamentals with a Muslim community that shares your vision. The first 100 students get in for a very, very special offer. Trust me, don't miss this. Click the link in the description and start your journey coding now. Now back to the podcast. Whoever watches this, I don't care if it's tech or whatever it is, whether you're going to do the DevOps, whatever you're going to do, but I mean, you should do it because honestly, wallahi, what you're offering, Allahumma barik.
Appreciate it, man.
Unbelievable. I mean, speak for yourself. I ain't got to say
Put the work in.
Enough said. But don't see that just as the golden trophy with the flame. No, don't just look at it that. See all the years the man's done put behind this. And now that you're showing me this loom stuff, he put in work. Bro, there's no results without work. That's called fluff. It's called a mirage, right? Yeah. People can pretend to, but it takes work to get. We're sitting here, the tawfiq Allah, mercy from Allah Azza wa Jal, but because there was work that was put into this. Bro, I left my family for a whole year. 3 days I saw them in the entire calendar year, 3 days. You know what I was doing? Locking in. Monk mode. Bro, I was eating in front of my computer. I was eating on the move. I was sleeping, wallahi, on the train sometimes. Standing on the train sleeping. That's when I got my quick nap. No, I'm not joking.
Real life.
Yo, that's real.
I don't understand. Real life.
But that's what it takes. But for how long? How much is the sacrifice? 6 months.
Yeah.
Bro, you blink and 6 months is gone.
People think about it for 6 months. People come back to me. I've been thinking about getting into your program a year later. I'm like, you were thinking about it the same time this person was thinking about it. He's now in the job. People are still thinking. I wish they were applying themselves to something.
Anything.
I don't care what it is. Apply yourself to something.
Go learn woodwork. Go learn any skill. For 6 months.
Go be a plumber.
For 6 months.
At least, bro, this is why I respect Qais, one of my students, right? He came to me, this was like a year ago, wanted to get into project management. I previously worked in project management. I helped him. I guided him. He got into that. I gave him some resources. I got him in touch with the right people. He wanted to get into this specific role. I mentored him into it. He got into that role. And initially he's like, oh, tech, I'm not tech savvy. I know nothing about tech. It's not for me. He does that role for 3 months. Comes back to me. He's like, Murrad, the pay progression isn't great. I'm not in the right space. I want to be able to level up. I want to get into DevOps. I'm like, are you sure?
Mm.
Because you just did that, right? But I saw that he could apply himself, lock in and do something.
Long about it. He
So
proved it.
He proved it.
Yeah.
So he came back to me 3-4 months later, 6 months from when we originally spoke. He's in his role for a few months. He got promoted in that role. But he's like, the progression's not there. He's thinking ahead. So I've spoken to senior management people. I'm seeing their salaries. It's not where I want to go.
Mm.
I want to get into this. He locks in.
Long about it.
I told the people on my team, this guy here, he's a hard worker.
There's a case study right there.
Bro, this guy here,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he used to travel 2 hours to work, 2 hours back.
Oof.
What time does he have to code? He used to use ChatGPT voice in his car, driving to work, talking about technical concepts in order to consolidate his learning. He used to use transcripts to put it in there, consolidate his learning, do mock interviews with ChatGPT voice.
Crazy.
Come home, it's online. 8 p.m. He stays up until 2, 3 a.m. We're online together. Wallahi, at like 4 a.m. We're going through technical concepts. We're breaking things down. He's got work. He has to be up at 6 a.m. How is he doing this? Guess what happened? He's posting on LinkedIn. He's doing everything I tell him. 5.5 weeks in, he gets an inbox from a recruiter outreaching for him. Yeah, we have this, junior DevSecOps role, DevOps role. He's like, yeah. And it says Kubernetes on it.
Oof.
He hasn't reached the Kubernetes chapter. We're 5.5 weeks in. That's chapter 10 weeks, right? 11 weeks. He hasn't got there yet. He's like, Murrad, what do I do? I said, you take it. He's like, I'm going to learn it over this weekend. It's a Thursday. His interview's on Monday. He's learning. Weekend, he's doing crash courses. He's working with other people, picking up the skills. Goes into the interview Monday, smashes it. He landed a job in 6 weeks. 6 weeks. I was there and I don't like to use this story because some people can take it the wrong way.
Oh, it means everybody can get in 6 weeks.
No, but that work that he put in, he would have been ready to stay there for a year, no job.
He was ready to do whatever it takes.
Bro, espresso, 2 espressos, going to work, coming back. I used to feel bad because he's 19, 20 years old at the time. 19. Yeah. I used to feel bad. I used to feel, bro, maybe I should tell him about work-life balance. I was like, maybe I should tell him to. But I said, no, this guy's got the fire. I was like, as long as you're grinding, I'm grinding. Message me anytime. I used to go up. We used to be on calls late night. He's building his projects, doing this, getting ahead. Mubarak, he landed that job. And that was when it blew my mind. I was like, I never thought this was possible in 6 weeks. I never thought people could put in this. But if you stick at it, you're capable of breaking in. Don't listen to anyone. These people, they're hating. There's a lot of haters out there that will say you can't break into tech. It's too saturated. It's this, it's that.
Oh, AI is taking over everything now.
If AI is taking over your job, it says a lot about your job. That's it.
AI should be empowering you
Yes.
to be better at what you do.
Should enable your learning.
Should enable you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Why should young Muslims go into tech instead of entrepreneurship first?
I think two really good part questions you asked there. Number one, your passion. I feel like your duties do not care about your passion. Your bills do not care about your passion. Your landlord, when he reaches out to you and that rents you, doesn't care that you're working on your passion, right? So all of these things in reality don't matter.
Yeah.
Especially as a man, you have a duty to fulfill.
Sir.
You got to take care of your family, the women around you, all of these sort of things. There's a level of ownership and duty beyond your passion. You can't fall short in areas and be like, I was passionate about this.
Right.
Landlord, sorry, I haven't paid my bill. I was passionate about drawing. I was making paintings. This is real life.
Yeah.
And your duty should go beyond your passion. And as men, you should be selfless. Your main priority shouldn't be fulfilling a particular passion. It should be providing value and fulfilling your duties. That's why I think you could achieve so much irrespective of how you feel. That is what takes you to the next level. Because you're going to run into code that's hard. You're stuck. And the passion's going to go. And I believe, let's be honest, most people that are passionate about things is because they're good at it already.
Can I ask a question there?
Yeah.
How do you become passionate at something that you haven't done, given a chance to for a certain period of time? Exactly. I just want to understand, what comes first? The passion or the trying the thing first and eventually find out that, I'm passionate about that? Which one comes first?
It's always the work. 99% of the time, it's always the hard work that comes first, and passion is a byproduct of getting good at something. If you ask someone, what subjects are you passionate about? And they say maths. They typically would have got a good grade in school in maths.
Yep.
they haven't failed, Buffs. There's correlation between being good and bad and passion.
Yep.
If you're good at something, you're typically quite passionate about it because you got past that barrier of putting in the work and getting good. I was never passionate about my career at first. I'm running into errors all day. I'm clueless at what I'm doing. Who's passionate about that? Who's passionate about seeing a red screen of errors?
Yeah.
And you're thinking, how am I going to get through this? No one's passionate about that.
Sure.
But once you get good, you go through that imposter syndrome. I'm not passionate. Maybe tech is not for me. You continue putting in the work. You can, oh wow, I built something that has a lot of value. Oh, maybe I do know what I'm doing. Oh, this is fun. Oh, I'm passionate. You know, that's what you go through. So you put in the work, you gain the skills, and you will build passion in things you're good at. And it's a skill you can leverage.
Right.
Then you can look into entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Because
you can now leverage that in order to go into entrepreneurship the right way. Now, you could always argue that you could learn by skipping going into entrepreneurship because you learn different things in entrepreneurship. But bro, the value you get from putting in the work, gaining the skills, getting that experience by working in a good company, you know how things are run, you know about your organization topology, agile ways of working, what good management looks like, what bad management looks like. So many people have issues, and that's why they have this whole culture. I failed 10 times before my business took off. I never failed in my business. First business I started, incredibly profitable. Second one, incredibly profitable. Like I didn't experience failure. I don't have this Alex Hormozi story where I failed 9 times. Why? Because I only went into things that I was good at.
Right. I only already got the experience.
I know things inside out. I know how to acquire clients. I know how to effectively bid. I know how to do these things that are important for business.
Right.
Now, you could have figured that out if you started early in entrepreneurship, potentially.
Yeah.
But not everyone has that luxury to go into entrepreneurship without a steady income. People portray this film Hindi, we call it. Film Hindi, right? You have nothing. People want the story. I was a cleaner. I came out of jail. I made 6 figures. People want to glorify struggle because it's hope. Yeah. It allows them to feel better. Oh, this person was worse than me and now he's making millions. People want to make the status quo the anomaly. The reality is, what you should be looking at, I'm sorry to say if it sounds arrogant, is people like me. I acquired skills, I got a job, I increased my salary, I was making 6 figures a year, I was effectively able to invest, because you burn through capital when you start off businesses. I was able to explore these things and become successful in a very healthy way, where I didn't have days where there was no nappies for the kids. I didn't have days where my missus is not being fed and we're struggling and this and that. No, because I prioritize things and you could take calculated risks.
Right.
Forget this film Hindi, right? That means, you know what that means? Like a Bollywood movie where people look for the crazy story. No, my story is boring. The feel-good story. My story is boring. My story is so boring.
But if you go back to where you came from as well, you know, that's the piece that's missing.
Yeah.
But what you didn't do, because what I'm hearing is that there's a process.
Yeah.
You followed the process.
Yeah.
You didn't try to take no shortcuts.
Yeah.
You didn't skip nothing.
Yeah.
There's a journey you had to go through.
Yeah.
You went through it. Alhamdulillah. The market was the doers. You did what you had to do. You got to where you had to get to.
That's the gold.
If you plant the trees, you do everything the right way, in the right soil, you plant today, bi'idhnillah, when harvest season comes, guess what? You're going to reap what you sow. You're going to get bi'idhnillah. That's what's going to happen, right? So, look, I mean, someone can choose, like I can say, for example, I went into software engineering. I can still say, even though I teach code, I'm not passionate about code. Personally.
Yeah.
All right. I never became passionate about sitting there and, creating functions and stuff. No, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I'm not keen on building anything from scratch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm passionate about? Building. Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Seeing ideas come to life. That's my passion.
But those skills are important, right?
The skills are lazim. They are a must.
Yeah.
I was going to say that. So I'm passionate about seeing people's problems solved. Seeing something come from nothing and become something.
Yes.
Right? I'm passionate about that.
Yeah.
But so how can that happen without the skills? It's not possible.
Not possible.
So I don't care about the code. I don't want to see all these errors. I'm still dealing with it. I open my computer right now. You're going to see errors on my screen.
Yeah.
And I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't want to be reading no JavaScript code or nothing like that. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, no.
But I know that if I don't do that, I don't get to hear. So guess what? I'll do it. So my passion is making me do what I have to do. You see what I'm saying? People confuse these things. Bro, Makkah or Medina, and why?
Medina,
Why?
because I personally had a lot better experiences there
Okay.
in terms of traveling around.
If you said Makkah, I was going to grill you a little bit more, but since you said Medina, it's okay. It's all good.
There's no bias.
Yeah, no bias. What's your favorite thing about the UAE?
Services
Ooh.
and quality of life.
Allahu Akbar.
Maid, cleaner, everything you kind of need. Food, convenience.
Convenience. But it's not just limited to those who can afford a maid and all that, right?
No.
Convenience everywhere.
Everywhere.
Ease of doing everything everywhere.
I pulled up here, parked the car, I'm good. Valet. Everywhere is valet, everywhere is
Allahu Akbar.
convenience. Alhamdulillah.
Welcome to the UAE.
Habibi, come to Dubai.
Come to Dubai. Okay, this is a heavy hitter one. If you were to start all over again, how would you do it?
I would focus on building skills. Similar approach. Get a mentor as soon as possible because I wasted time doing courses I shouldn't be doing. And then I would stick at skills and focusing on that rather than the end goal, chasing salaries, chasing titles. Because I could have worked in better environments where I could have built better skills, but I often could have chose places that might pay me a bit more. People don't see the long term. You're better off taking a 50, 60k salary at a place where you're going to grow. So next year you could get 100, than taking 50, 60 at a place where you're not working with the cutting edge stuff. So focus on skills is one thing that I'd reiterate to myself.
If you asked me that question, I was going to say I was going to join Murrad's program. That's how we'll start over. Because that's a cheat code right there.
It is a cheat code.
But he's being nice. But I mean, Allah Mubarak. That's it. That's good. Allah Mubarak. But you didn't have what you're offering now at the time when you did it. So now if you had that though, it's a no-brainer, right?
No-brainer.
Yeah. I have how many courses? Don't check my Udemy. You're going to be like,
yeah.
Never finished a single one.
LinkedIn Learning.
15,000? I finished it.
Yeah.
In no time. I was staying up late.
Yeah.
Waking up early. Right?
I can imagine.
But it was worth it, alhamdulillah. What is your advice for anyone watching right now who's interested in following in the same footsteps as you?
Of course, Code is the most streamlined approach for becoming a DevOps engineer. Think about the niche you want to get into. Do a bit of research. Contact people in the field, LinkedIn, outreach to them. Get insights about what the role actually entails. Pick a niche. Don't spend too much time thinking. Don't come back to me after 6 months saying, I've been thinking about this and thinking about that. Take action because that is how you're going to be proactive with your learning and follow through. So my advice to anyone would be pick a niche. If it's DevOps, join the Code program, stick to it till the end, follow through, and then inshallah you should reap the rewards.
Mubarak. One tech skill that you believe every Muslim should learn in 2025. Gotta pick one.
Building infrastructure. Cloud-related infrastructure. Definitely. Everything's in the cloud nowadays.
Yeah.
Even AI infrastructure you're deploying, you're using cloud services. If you're a data engineer, if you're trying to be a data scientist, machine learning engineer, all of these sort of roles, the common denominator is involves some knowledge around infrastructure and cloud. So I'll definitely say get a good understanding on how the cloud works and then couple the other skills from other niches in order to be well-rounded. Whether you're trying to be full stack, whether you're trying to be data, whether you're trying to be DevOps, that is the most common denominator of where everything's heading and where everyone's working on.
Cloud.
It's all in the cloud.
It's all in the cloud. All right. So biggest misconception about breaking into tech?
That you have to be good at maths or you have to be very academic. These are common misconceptions. It's nothing to do with your academic background. You don't need super high qualifications like a degree. You just need to be able to pick up the skills. It's meritocratic, purely based on your skill set.
Lambarak. If you could only give one piece of advice to your 18-year-old self, what will it be?
You're an adult. You're grown. Take ownership and don't just listen and take that conventional pressure where you feel like you have to go to university. I know what it's like being an 18-year-old. You feel like you have to go to university to please your parents. You feel like you need to get into these careers, doctor or traditional engineer, these sort of things, and you're not really doing what you want. So figure out what you want out of life and pursue that. I feel like one of the biggest signs of intelligence is being able to get what you want out of life, not necessarily having a PhD or things like that.
Can I do a follow-up on this one? So let's say me at 18,
Yeah.
I have no idea what I want to do. All I know is one thing. I want to make money.
You're 18, you want to make money. The most streamlined way to do that is picking up a skill. Tech is that industry where you can actually make money irrespective of your age, irrespective of your skin color. Just pick up the right skills. Code.co is that program that literally gives you those in-demand skills in a digestible, streamlined way. And by the end of it, you should be reaping those rewards. We know people that are 18, 19 on 50, 60,000 pound salaries, some 20 getting interviews for 90,000 pound salaries.
Wow.
This is the reality. This is what people are getting headhunted.
18, 19.
19. It's a no-brainer.
Imagine at that age making that kind of money. You can get married, start building a family.
This might be a controversial one, but if you're 18, please ignore the noise. There's going to be so much noise around you. You can make 10K a month this, 10K a month that. You're constantly going to be hearing these things, different side hustles every week. And you're constantly going to feel like you're behind. In fact, I think, unfortunately, I even had someone who was delivering my food. He was 19 years old. I used to live in a very nice apartment in London. So what do you do for a living, bro? Somali brother. I started talking to him and then he's like, yeah, I just dropped out of school. I don't know what I'm doing and things like that. I was like, yeah, I can't. He's like, you have a job. You pay tax. There's this massive stigma around you being stuck in the matrix, right? And this is what pollutes people's minds and stops them from doing the hard work and building the skills. They all feel like they need to get to 10K a month next week. Oh, but I pay tax and I live in a very nice apartment and I'm living a very great life and I don't need to worry about whether this business is going to fail next week. Yes, this is stability. Yes, this is security. And if I want to pursue entrepreneurship, I'm in a great position. A lot of people pursue stuff out of desperation, which is why they quit. How are you pursuing a business when you can't pay your bills? How?
Very difficult.
How? That doesn't even make sense. You're going to make irrational moves. We could all have this nice story of how, we were homeless and then made 6 figures a month and all of this. We could have this stuff. But there's 100 more people for every one person that has made it out, that was homeless, that went jail and managed to make 6 figures a month. There's 100 more people for every one person lining up at the job center, waiting to claim their benefits, waiting to claim their universal credit. This is the statistics. This is the reality. There's almost as many people in the UK unemployed on benefits as there are people that have degrees.
Yeah, crazy.
That are unemployed.
Wow.
The statistic is almost the same of you having a degree versus no degree and claiming benefits, universal credit and broke.
Wow.
Start thinking about where you want to go with your life.
Right.
Ignore the noise. You're 18, you're young. Start aspiring to people that follow the clear pathway that you can follow. No ambiguity, not based on whether this ad pops up, not based on whether this works for you. Proven method, proven strategies there. That's what we talk about.
So the social media influencers, let me not go down that path because I'll be shooting myself in the foot, right?
I'll be firing everywhere, man. That's why a lot of people love me. I fire at everyone.
No, but it's true because look, at the end of the day, they said the man on the top of the mountain didn't fall there, right? It didn't, you had to put in the work to get to the top. That's the only way. Whoever tries to sell you that you can bypass the process, there's a cheat code on how it's a lie. They're cheating you. They deceiving you. That's not going to go anywhere. I don't care if you make some money today.
Yeah.
It's not going to go anywhere.
I don't even care if you make 10 grand a month today.
Yeah. It's not going to go anywhere.
It's not sustainable.
People have done it with, you know what people have done it with?
Yeah.
With drop shipping.
Yeah.
He was making 100, 200K a month overnight. Boom. And he wasn't, by the way, he wasn't even profitable, by the way. That's why when people say...
People don't know about
people
the
say when they tell me, oh yeah, it's doing 6 figures, I'm like...
Revenue. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
6 figures.
I hate these terms online.
Yeah, I hate that.
6 figures, 7 figures. At least with a job, my contract says 6 figures.
Yeah. Oh no,
you know what I'm saying?
Pure. You taking that in.
Yeah. At least when, subhanAllah, for me to come online and say I'm making 6 figures, 7 figures revenue.
Yeah.
Everyone has online banking on their phone.
Yeah.
I guarantee you if you told them, let's pull out our online banking. Let's see the 7 figures.
Yeah.
We're talking 7. Let's see this.
Yeah.
It's not shit. All of this is marketing.
Yeah. Or maybe they can show you the 6 figures, 7 figures.
Revenue is no profit.
Revenue.
And then the ad spend is as high.
Exactly.
Be transparent.
You paid 100K to bring in 101K.
Yeah.
Okay, you may have something that can be potentially built,
Yes.
but don't claim you're making 6 figures, please.
Yes.
If you're going to say 6 figures, you have to say revenue.
Yeah.
You have to say that. So
and a lot of people don't even understand that term.
Yeah.
Because when you say 6 figures a month revenue, a lot of young people, impressionable, they're thinking
he's making bank.
He's making bank.
The man. When you look at his P&L, he's actually negative. He's literally losing money every single month. So it doesn't matter if you make $1 billion, but you spending $1 billion and 10 million.
Yeah.
What's the point?
And it doesn't work anymore. One bit of advice to these influencers that are selling you nonsense, selling you crap online, right? People can see it. People aren't going to buy it anymore. People could tell when someone's not being truthful. What people invest in is transparency.
Mm-hmm.
Show them exactly what things entail. This is how, alhamdulillah, I've been able to scale with a clean heart, no headache. Clean heart, no headache. I don't worry about, this person's going to feel like they got, this is that. It's so transparent. Don't sell anyone dreams. Just be clear.
Right. And whatever it is that you're going to offer, like you said earlier, if, let's say, for example, the whole time thing, or let's say you're in a country where, I don't know what the job market is for, and the demand for that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I'll teach you the skills.
Yes.
I don't guarantee you a job, for example, because I don't think anyone can guarantee anyone a job. Aslan, you can't. People
as
come to
soon as someone guarantees you a job,
he's lying to you.
He's lying to you.
He's lying to you. And by the way, this is a man who's getting people jobs.
Yes.
Saying this because people come to us, our program, and say, okay, are you guaranteed, are we going to get a job guaranteed at the end? I'm like, I want to say, are you stupid? Like, how am I going to guarantee a job? First of all.
No. I do. I'm going to sit there. I'm going to do the learning myself, not you.
Yes.
I'm going to attend the interview, not you.
Yes.
And I'm going to land it. You're guaranteed. Don't worry. I'll guarantee your job. I'll attend the interview.
I thought he was going to be nice. I thought he was going to be nice and be like, yeah, I think we can.
No. I'll sit in your interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the only way.
And then I'll get the contract and then I'll change your name.
It's not guaranteed.
Even then, it's not guaranteed.
You got to put in the work. You got to put in everything yourself. It's like, you guarantee me a job. Even if I was hiring, I don't guarantee I'll hire you. Because I don't know if you're qualified. If I like you as a person, I don't.
Frustrating to see online, man.
It's frustrating, but and so the last thing I want to say here is, for many, many years, we've seen many gurus, many people selling a whole lot of stuff online. Some stuff valuable, some stuff fluff.
Yeah.
But what I will say, alhamdulillah, today in the Muslim space, there are a few people, walillahi alhamd, who have programs that are truly offering value. And walillahi alhamd, these are Muslims who, to the best of our knowledge, they fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. وَلَا نُزَكِّي عَلَى اللَّهِ أَحَدًا. Right? But from what is apparent, and they teaching, there are programs they're teaching, like your program, alhamdulillah, you learn a skill. What you do with it is up to you. And some of them, alhamdulillah, they have proof of results for people who are going through it, putting in the work and seeing it through. That's what gives the results. You have those in the Muslim space, alhamdulillah. Today, most people have no excuse to not be able to pick up a skill, to say, I don't know who to trust. No, you have Muslims who are doing it, who can offer you the value that you need. Walillah, say Abdillah here came to Hijrah Khan.
Yeah, serious.
Bro, what he
serious
gave,
program.
What he gave, no, he didn't even talk about that. He gave the blueprint, bro, for anyone, whatever your age is. Bro, what he did was mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Mind-boggling.
I've heard bro, great stuff about him. Even when I've met him, bro.
Allahumma barik.
Top guy.
Bro, Allahumma barik.
Top guy.
Wallahi, what he gave at Hijrah Khan, in my opinion, I said to everybody, I valued that $10,000.
Yeah.
Just one presentation.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, this is you. This is where you are. This is your age group. Here's what you should be doing. Lock in for 3 months. You here? Do this. You here? Do this. Do any of those things. Let me ask you in your business, what do you need all the time? I can tell you right now, I need marketing, I need sales, I need operations, right? So, things like this.
Yes.
All the time. Is there any business that doesn't need this? A business that doesn't need sales? I don't know a single business. How you doing your sales, but you need sales.
Yeah.
You don't need marketing? You need some form of marketing.
100%.
It's some form of marketing. Yeah. Operations. You're not running a business without operations. I don't care what kind of business. Without operations, there's no business.
100%.
So,
yeah.
This man dropped how
game.
any of these. Look at you, who you are. Go to this one. Go to 3 months. Just do this and this and this. After 3 months locking in, you're right here.
And levels.
That is mind-boggling.
There's very few. There's very few like him.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's very few, but I'm saying...
I think there's also the other side we need to talk on where, there's a lot of people that don't know what they're doing.
No, 1,000%. And that's what I'm saying. You have to know, look at people.
It's a due diligence thing.
Do your due diligence. Don't just look at anyone who comes out and speaks nice and looks good and, showing off some flashy cars or whatever it is.
Yeah.
No. But I'm saying there are people, there are brothers, walillahi alhamd, wallahi, who are offering true value, who are offering you, they're being truthful, they're saying, look, we'll teach you what you need to learn. Yeah. Or, here, take the resources, go learn, it's free. Just do this, and be even if you do it, you'll get here.
I have a question for you.
Tafadhal.
How is a young person able to differentiate between the real and the fake?
It's difficult. And this is where mentorship comes in.
Due diligence.
This is where mentorship comes in. I'm telling you, people undermine two things I wish someone taught me earlier. I wish I had a long time ago. Is mentorship and networking. And these two go hand in hand. Me as a high school graduate going into college, I didn't know what I want to study.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do. That's what I was saying earlier about the 18-year-old. Yeah. I don't know what I want.
Clueless, yeah.
But you know what I could have used? And this is where we come in now.
Yeah.
Mentorship is needed in the Muslim space.
100%.
And sometimes mentorship doesn't have to be free.
No.
Okay? You may have to pay for it. Bro, I paid money that led me to be doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Walillah alhamd. I've been wanting to launch a podcast for years. Yeah. Had the cameras, had the studio set up, but never did anything. Until I paid for a program. I had a mentor. Just in a matter of a few weeks. You got to do boom, boom, boom. 4 calls, Matter of fact, I'll say who it is. Imran bin Mansour. I'll give him the props and the credit right here. Yeah. Allahumma barik.
Give him my flowers.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's after I spoke with him. I did a program with Righteous and Rich. Bro, this podcast is here. Before the Allah Azza wa Jal. Whatever I paid for that.
Worth it. Every penny.
Worth it. I met this young man right here. Now we're going to play basketball.
Can't put a price on that.
Can't put a price on that. The ROI is like,
Yeah.
And look, I'm sitting here with the trophy. Look, bro, what I learned from you today. Allahumma barik.
Barakallah fi.
No, wallah, jazakallah khair. Every single episode I do, walillah alhamd, I try. Some of them are true master classes.
Yeah.
Some of them are true MBAs, whatever you want to title it. And I believe this is one of them. Only if the people who watch it will listen and take the right notes. The value, just one value that you gave is gold.
Yeah.
If it's just how to, because everybody's going to apply for some jobs, unless you have a business, or even if you have a business, there's certain things you said. But just that framework, that approach, just take that. Yakfik.
Enjoy it.
You know what I'm saying? So to go back to the 18-year-old, how do you differentiate? I don't know, look, what I believe is you need to find a mentor. Find someone, network, and the way how you find a mentor by networking. Ever wish you could build your own app but don't know how to code? Build Fast is a 60-day AI-powered program where complete beginners build 7 real apps using AI tools like Cursor, Supabase, Cloud Code, and other tools. No experience needed. You learn by doing with expert coaching, a modern tech stack, and career-ready projects all in just 2 months. In fact, in the first 30 days, you'll be able to build and deploy your first app. Only 12 spots in the founding cohort. Applications close July 31st. Link in the description. Apply now before it's too late.
How do you know your mentor's good? Because you're 18.
Oh.
I'm putting you on the spot, man.
No, this is good. This is good because I'm thinking as an 18-year-old, look, I'll say this. You definitely going to have to do serious due diligence. Right? And again, you can say, how are you going to know?
How are you going to do your due diligence?
How are you going to do your due diligence?
What does that entail?
Yeah,
you're 18. What steps are you taking? Let's say you want to get involved in my program.
Yeah.
I could be a scammer.
You know what I will do?
Could be whatever. What steps are you taking?
This is where networking comes in. I will want to speak to people who know you. People who have done your program. You know what I mean? People who can vouch and say, look, bro, this is Islam.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Islam.
Islam teaches you this.
You know what I mean?
Who vouches for who? Who can
Who
say they
vouches
know?
for who?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have every single person. We want to know who does he sit with, who does he enter with, who does he exit with, who are his companions, right?
Yeah.
Ask if you're gonna marry someone to your daughter or your sister.
Yeah.
What should you do? Ask about him, right?
Ask about.
That's the due diligence.
100%.
And you can say, oh well, how do I know who knows him? You'll figure that out.
Trust. Yeah.
That's your job.
LinkedIn.
That's what you got.
There's
That's
so
what you
many
gotta
things.
do.
Yeah.
You know what
Go
I mean?
on LinkedIn, chat to old past students, see what their experience is like. It's not hard. You type in Coder Coin LinkedIn, all these students are going to pop up. They're going to tell you what their experience is like. Some have landed jobs. Talk to them. How did they get their job? All of these things are simple steps. Check my accolades.
Yes.
You go on LinkedIn. Okay, he works for the world-leading AI startup. He's a lead DevOps engineer, lead MLOps engineer. Great. Okay, cool. This is all there. I've even got my companies there.
Yeah.
The transparency is that you can't doubt it, right? But you need to be able to do that due diligence. And I think there's a fear-mongering culture because people might have been scammed before or people they can't trust online that they can't even do their due diligence. They'll just be like, oh, this is
now I'm gonna throw it back at you.
Yeah.
Malice, I think this is good actually. This is very healthy.
Far away.
So I'm a skeptic, okay? Like I said, I did a program with Righteous and Rich, and I'm saying this to, give my brothers, they flowers, as you say, give them their props, Jazakumullah khairan. For this is happening.
Yeah.
Bitawfiq Allah, part of it is because me sitting and having that conversation, right? And paying for that program. But I'm very skeptical. My default is skepticism. Because I don't want to pay for fluff, Malish.
Yes.
I don't. I want to make sure that whatever I'm paying, I'm getting my money's worth for it. If you don't give me my money's worth, we have a problem. Give me my money back.
Yeah.
That's me, straight up.
Yeah.
So now, I want to do your program, or my brother or my son want to do your program. What guarantee do I have that I'm going to get what you're guaranteeing me? Because there has to be a level of guarantee. Something, I believe. There has to be something. And the job is not it. But what are you offering me that you're saying, look, you'll get X, Y, Z? And how do I hold you accountable to that? And also have programs, so I can also answer the same question.
Yeah, it's a very good question.
Yeah.
You put me on the spot.
Can I answer the first then?
Far away.
I'll answer. So look, we have two programs. We have Coding for Hijrah, where we just teach software engineering, the basics from HTML to React to all that stuff, right? You want to learn how to code front and back end, we'll teach you that. We have that program. We have Build Fast, where we're teaching how to build, software SaaS with AI, right? Etc. Both programs, what we guarantee you is that we tell you exactly what you're going to learn. This is what the program is. And if you do X, Y, Z, this is the expectations at the end. We guarantee you that. If you don't get that, you have the right to get your money back. You have the right to hold us accountable here and in front of Allah Azza wa Jal. But that's the guarantee.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's a fair guarantee, 100%.
If I say I'll teach you how to shoot a basketball and make sure that by the time you're done with this session with me or these 10 sessions with me,
you can get a 3-pointer.
If you put in the work, you gotta put in the work. This is the piece that everybody hears about the guarantee. They don't hear the part where you gotta show up at 5 a.m. and you're gonna have to take 1,000 shots. You gotta show up at 5 a.m. and take 1,000 shots. If you do that and you are listening, you're arching your arm the way I'm telling you, you're doing everything I'm saying. By the time you're done, bi'idhnillah, you'll know how to shoot a basketball. Yeah. Now, are you going to get drafted to the NBA? That's a whole nother ball game. I ain't got no guarantee for that. Right? That's different. So, okay, does that make sense? So that's the guarantee I give. Yeah.
My guarantee is very clear. If you start my program, you come from a non-technical background, it is extremely streamlined in getting you job ready.
Alarm about it.
You are going to learn from industry experts. That is a guarantee. Oof. You are going to learn from lead DevOps engineers like myself. You're going to learn from people that managed to become senior engineers in 2 to 3 years. The fastest progressing individuals in the industry. That is a guarantee. Mm-hmm. You're going to pick up the industry relevant tooling that you need to know to apply for jobs. Mm-hmm. The things that you see in each job spec for DevOps, cloud engineering, I guarantee you're going to learn those skills. I guarantee you're going to be able to build an end-to-end project that encompasses all these skills together, that is in line with what they expect in a production grade, because this is being given out by us industry experts. These are the guarantees I make. And by the end, I guarantee you're going to have your CV optimized. But you're going to have the right projects on it. You're going to have your GitHub optimized with your projects there. You're going to get taught how to apply effectively. I guarantee that. How to outreach, all these techniques I mentioned throughout this podcast that no one even knows about. I guarantee all of these things to make you a well-rounded engineer with a great mindset. Right. That is my guarantee. And if you're able to guarantee that you could lock in, the results are there.
This is one of the best guarantees I've ever heard in my life. I'm being honest. Allah Mubarak. I'm being honest. That's one of the best guarantees I've ever heard. Can I ask how much is a program? Or that's something that they have to call in?
No, it's there.
Is there?
It's there. It's super transparent.
How much is a program?
You're not going to believe it.
How much is a program?
It's £99 a month.
How can I arbitrage your business? I need to be selling your program and make some cream on top. This is crazy. Were you serious?
I mean, they're serious. They can unlock the yearly where they get all the modules up front, which is like you get everything, the bootcamp entirely for £999, less than £1,000, which again is crazy. With a discount, and you get access to the community for the year. All the technical content, 3+ technical sessions a week, alongside with mock interview prep, alongside with CV reviews.
This is with people?
Yeah.
With individuals on your team?
Yes, with industry experts.
Look, if you're watching this, wallahi, I have to be honest. And we try to bring ways for you to, we try to bring guests like him and other people to try to help you to be able to, because one of the biggest challenges people have to make Hijrah is because of the financial barrier. One of the things that we're trying to bring in on the podcast, at the event like HijrahCon, is people like him, like Abdillah, who will come and say, look, here's what it is. Offering you what you need as a way out. This is one of the best things I've heard. Allah's a witness to what I'm saying. And, look, you still got to do your due diligence, because I haven't done it. But I believe him, and I believe what other people, not you, before I met you, other people have been telling me about it. For the price...
You could try it for a month.
I don't know.
And let's see if you're going to be one of the 1% that churns. Imagine you could try my program.
Do you hear so wait, and then the churn is 1%.
Yeah.
And you have this right in front of you, right there. That's from Skool Games. If you don't know what Skool Games is, go look it up. No, I'm saying, I think some people don't know what it means.
Some people,
I want them to go look it up so they can
understand
what it means. Alex Hormozi, the $100 million man. That dude is $100 million man.
$100 million man.
He just proved it.
And he leaned in to ask me questions about how I kept my churn so low. If you got a program that can make $100 million man lean in and ask questions.
That's crazy. I just want to ask a question, bro. Can I get some kind of, this is a big ask.
Yeah.
But for the sake of the Medina Project. You said Medina, not Mecca. You said Medina, so you have to give this. Can we get some kind of deal or guarantee for Medina Project, for people who watch this episode?
Yeah.
For some time period, at least, lock in.
Yeah.
That you're not going to increase the price on them.
We were actually looking to double the price.
No. I asked. You can say
you
yes
knew it was
or no.
coming, didn't it? After that trophy.
For people who watch this episode, if they watch this episode,
I'll give you a specific link.
Not any other episode.
Okay.
I won't put it anywhere else.
Okay.
Only this episode. And that's going to come at the end, obviously. If they don't watch it now, they're not going to see it.
Yeah.
They get a guaranteed lock-in and link. Price doubles, triples.
Guaranteed for life, yeah.
You're guaranteed to get that price.
Inshallah.
These are the people that, if you want to make Hijrah, and you're serious about locking in and changing your life, do this man's program. Khalas.
It's a no-brainer.
Subhanakallahumma bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. We're done. Jazakallah khair. Bro, that's crazy.